Now, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that you're looking at running for president.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red cake.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Donald Trump will not become president.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Donald Trump will never, ever be president.
Moderator, but apparently believes that Donald Trump is a clown.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to
Let's see, I'm at 42 and you're at 20.
We have a key race alert right now. Donald Trump now has reached the number of delegates needed to clinch the Republican presidential nomination.
So, right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy.
Donald Trump, while we project, will win in Kentucky with its 8th electoral vote, in Indiana with its 11th electoral vote, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, Kansas with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes, North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, the state of Montana, Missouri, Ohio, Idaho, North Carolina.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear.
Together, we will make America great again.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to CobraCast IRL. I am your host, D-Day Cobra, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, some grifting asshole. I don't know. There's a lot of names that people call me, but I am the host of the single greatest YouTube show in the history of the internet, the single most important live stream with IRL in the name, the most super chats, the most viewers, and the most members. And we don't have to shut our chat down for members only because almost everybody is a member. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. The 199s are here in the chat. I see all of you. I see the Clamshell Coalition. We are getting started early tonight in terms of the hype. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate it. Already saw some great comments that I highlighted. And look at that. Duke Devil 95 just dropped 10 gifted D-Day Cobra memberships. Was Jared the American one? I don't know. He says also my membership ran out until Hayden Wayne drops 50 gifted memberships. You gotta love it. Georgia Dog says, I love the gifted memberships because it's the only way I can get a membership right now. Maybe Georgia Dog, maybe tonight. We will see. Josiah Robinson, here we go. The best stream ever. Hell yes. Thank you. Zach Attack, the greatest stream on the internet. You guys are humbling me very much so. I do appreciate it. And I hope you guys do enjoy tonight's show. There's a lot of news to talk about. This Elon Musk stuff is pretty crazy. He did an interview with Tucker Carlson. And I apologize in advance if my microphone is I don't know. I've got this Elgato Wave 3, so I switched it out for the a Shure mic, but it was a USB and not an XLR. And so I'm probably going to get a new mic for this setup because obviously I'm in Pensacola right now. So this is the Pensacola setup. So I don't have my XLR mic, but we're here and we have a few things to talk about. Jeremy's microphone humbles him. Holy shit, Georgia Dog got one. Bro, look at that. As he asks for one in the beginning, Georgia Dog got gifted a membership because the Snake Pit Battalion, the 199s, always looking out for each other. That is how we roll. That is awesome. I love seeing that. That's why we have the best stream on the internet. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with the 199s. In fact, did you guys see this? And we're gonna work on getting an emoji for this. But right here, this is done by Vector Visual to represent the Snake Battalion. Look at this. Tell me that's not awesome, dude. Come on. Tell me that's not cool. Like, do you want to see that on a shirt? Do you want to see that on a patch? 221B? I think we can make that happen. That is fucking cool right there. Okay? That is cool. That is super cool. So Vector Visual made that. I didn't ask for it. He just made it. That is super cool. And by the way, just because I know all of you are not on Twitter, but I did this is the image I shared when I was posting my stream right here. This is just advertising our stream tonight. That's all I'm doing. I just picked a picture of, a couple of politicians, maybe a politician, maybe the, Big Mike hanging out, I was just posting a picture of Barack Obama. Okay. I don't know what the problem is. Just posting a picture of Obama. Okay. No big deal. I don't know. I don't know what the problem would be when me posting this. Okay. I'm not sure. But I was just posting an image because you tend to get more traction on Twitter if you post an image and then put the link instead of just putting, the link that's created. So I just found a picture of Barack Obama. That's all I'm doing. Big Mike looks a little jealous. I will say that, but I don't know why. Anyway, just wanted to put that out there. Okay. Just an image I decided to post. Very for $20 says, God bless you, Jeremy. Please keep up the fight. Thank you so much. Very appreciate that. I really do. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And then Duke, where's it at? Hang on. I saw it. Give me a minute. Duke Devil just dropped 20 more gifted memberships. And then Survive says, well, hell, let's drop more memberships. Looking forward to seeing all of you in Vegas. That is awesome, man. Thank you. And I am looking forward to seeing all of you in Vegas as well. Programming note, this Friday, I will not be on Friday Night Tights, and there will not be an actual, like a normal CobraCast anyway, after Friday Night Tights. However, we might do a vlog style stream from the road as the entire crew, and we may do a special CobraCast from that perspective, depending on signal and everything like that. So just stay tuned for that, because I want to continue to give you guys as much content as humanly possible, and you guys are the best. So the whole crew, it may be a special road trip CobraCast and having the whole crew there. That sounds pretty fun. All right, let's see. Jesus says, I want Brie Larson emojis. She's hot. Oh, how many members do we have to hit before I would allow Brie Larson emojis? I don't know. How many? Let's see how many members we have right now. Let me see how many members this channel has. This channel currently has, because of all the wonderful gifted memberships, and they're not going to carry over all of them, but like as it stands right now, holy shit. This channel's closing in on 2,000 members right now. 20. All right, 25. If we ever hit 2,500 members, I'll give Jesus his Brie Larson emoji. All right, 2,500 members. trying to set a number out there that probably won't happen. So, because as the gifted memberships drop down, we won't stay at 1,800 probably, or maybe we will. Who knows? But I see the clamshells in the chat as well. You guys are crushing it. All right, real quick, let's just jump right into this Elon Musk stuff because this is kind of the hot topic right now. Elon is kind of trolling as well, because of course he is. So right here, so let me understand what's going on here with this. So this is from earlier. Let me try. I just clicked on this because one of my guys put it in the chat here. So right here, OMG, yes, it's real. Elon has no chill. CBC says government-funded media. Hi, Michael. We are government-funded, but that only covers a portion of our expenses. Advertising helps us cover cost across the platform. Their concern has been addressed. So let's see. The official, let's see. So, dude, Elon, 69%, give them the benefit of the doubt. Good point. Generosity is always the right move. 69% it is. Holy fuck, dude. He put 69% government-funded media. Holy shit. Dude, Elon is crushing it right now. Okay, that is awesome, dude. Holy shit. I love how much he doesn't give a fuck about these clowns, man. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. Elon, just crushing it, bro. Canadian Broadcasting Corp says they're less than 70% government funded, so we corrected the label. Oh my god. Do you know how mad they are? Do you know how mad they are at this? Holy shit. That is fantastic. Oh, Elon. Dude is a G for real. Holy crap. All right, so he did this interview with Tucker Carlson. I have not watched any of it. Let me see. This was from 1 hour ago. So let's hear what Elon has to say. Let's hear what Elon has to say to Tucker Carlson. Here we go.
So all of a sudden AI is everywhere. People who weren't quite sure what it was are playing with it on their phones. Is that good or bad?
Yeah, so I've been thinking about AI for a long time, since I was in college, really. It was one of the things that, the sort of 4 or 5 things I thought would really affect the future dramatically. It is fundamentally profound in that the smartest creatures, as far as we know, on this earth are humans, is our defining characteristic.
Yes.
We're obviously weaker than, say, chimpanzees and less agile, but real smarter. So now what happens when something vastly smarter than the smartest person comes along in silicon form? It's very difficult to predict what will happen in that circumstance. It's called the singularity. It's it's a singularity like a black hole, because you don't know what happens after that. It's hard to predict. So I think we should be cautious with AI, and I think there should be some government oversight, because it affects it's a danger to the public. And so when you have things that are a danger to the public, like, let's say, so food and drugs. That's why we have the Food and Drug Administration.
If there's anybody to listen to about this, it is 100% Elon Musk. And it's scary as hell. Like, this is like Terminator stuff. This is scary stuff. And we're seeing it in the early process of it right now and how terrifying it can be. This can cause so much damage. I don't think people have fully understood just how much damage it can cause. Look at the damage that social media has caused right now in the hands of the wrong type of people. Look at the damage that has been created by social media. Can you imagine what can be done by AI? That's terrifying. It's terrifying. And this right here, this is the man that we should be listening to when it comes to this.
Right. And the Federal Aviation Administration, the FCC, we have these agencies to oversee things that affect the public, where there could be public harm. And you don't want companies cutting corners on safety and then having people suffer as a result. So that's why I've actually for a long time been a strong advocate of AI regulation. So that I think regulation is, it's not fun to be regulated. It's somewhat arduous to be regulated. I have a lot of experience with regulated industries because obviously automotive is highly regulated. You could fill this room with all the regulations that are required for a production car just in the United States. And then there's a whole different set of regulations in Europe and China and the rest of the world. So very familiar with being overseen by a lot of regulators. And the same thing is true with rockets. You can't just willy-nilly shoot rockets off, not big ones anyway. Because the FAA oversees that, and then even to get a launch license, there are probably half a dozen or more federal agencies that need to approve it, plus state agencies. So
See, I don't know if I agree with you, Nick. No, it's not. There aren't computers powerful enough to match the human brain. A bunch of algorithms won't do it. AI taking over is just ignorance. Are you seeing what's going on right now? Like right now, we have grown men. Grown men are just being, in my humble opinion, grown men are being programmed to believe that they are women. Right now. Men that were men. And now suddenly, like, it's about the damage that it can do to very weak-minded people or people that are in a bad way psychologically. That's one of the worst dangers of it. But when you start talking about advancement of computers and softwares and AI can be far more advanced once it evolves. 100%. And so that type of attitude, and I'm not trying to shit on you or anything like that, like, because I don't know, if you're a viewer of this channel, I appreciate you and everything, but I would say that type of attitude is exactly what's going to lead us into fucking Skynet territory, is dismissing the dangers of this.
I've been through so many regulatory situations, it's insane, and sometimes I people think I'm some sort of like regulatory maverick that sort of defies regulators on a regular basis, but this is actually not the case. Once in a blue moon, rarely I will disagree with regulators, but the vast majority of the time, my companies agree with the regulations and comply. Anyway, so I think we should take this seriously, and we should have a regulatory agency. I think it needs to start with a group that initially seeks insight into AI, then solicits opinion from industry, and then has proposed rulemaking, and then those rules, will probably, hopefully, grudgingly be accepted by the major players in AI, and I think we'll have a better chance of advanced AI being beneficial to humanity in that circumstance.
But all regulations start with a perceived danger. Planes fall out of the sky, or food causes botulism.
Yes.
I don't think the average person playing with AI on his iPhone perceives any danger. Can you just roughly explain what you think the dangers might be?
Yeah. So the danger, really, AI is perhaps more dangerous than, say, mismanaged aircraft design or production maintenance or bad car production, in the sense that it has the potential, however small one may regard that probability, but it is non-trivial. It has the potential of civilizational destruction. There's movies like Terminator, but it wouldn't quite happen like Terminator, because the intelligence would be in the data centers.
Right.
The robot's just the end effector. But I think perhaps what you may be alluding to here is that regulations are really only put into effect after something terrible has happened.
That's correct.
If that's the case for AI, and we only put in regulations after something terrible has happened, it may be too late to actually put the regulations in place. The AI may be in control at that point.
You think that's real? It is conceivable that AI could take control and reach a point where you couldn't turn it off, and it would be making the decisions for people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
No, that's definitely where things are headed, for sure. I mean, the things like say ChatGPT, which is based on GPT-4 from OpenAI, which is a company that I played a critical role in creating, unfortunately.
Back when it was a nonprofit.
Yes. I mean, the reason OpenAI exists at all is that Larry Page.
Yeah, somebody in the chat said Elon's talked about this years ago. Elon's been saying this for a long, long time. And regardless of your opinions of Elon, and you know, I think he's one of the most prominent minds on the planet, if not the most prominent mind on the planet. This man is well beyond most people in terms of the way he can conceptualizes things. And you know, he's someone that if we didn't live in the social media age, much like Trump, and I think that Elon would be revered the world over if we didn't live in the social media climate. But you have a lot of mentally deranged people that have just decided that Elon's just not a smart guy. He just you know, he just worked his way into money. It's the same clowns that say that Donald Trump didn't actually build anything, that he just had his dad's money, which is one of the most ignorant things you can possibly say. To become what Trump has become over the last several decades, you got to be a pretty smart guy. You got to be pretty smart and on point, and they just miss all these things because they're mentally ill people.
I used to be close friends, and I would stay at his house in Palo Alto, and I would talk to him late into the night about AI safety. And at least my perception was that Larry was not taking AI safety seriously enough.
What did he say about it?
He really seemed to be one sort of digital superintelligence, basically digital God, if you will, as soon as possible.
He wanted that?
Yes. He's made many public statements over the years that the whole goal of Google is what's called AGI, artificial general intelligence, or artificial superintelligence. No, and I agree with him that there's great potential for good, but there's also potential for bad. And so if you've got some radical new technology, you want to try to take a set of actions that maximize the probability that it will do good and minimize the probability it will do bad things.
Yes.
It can't just be hell for leather. Let's just go, you know, barreling forward and, you know, hope for the best. And then at one point, I said, well, what about, you know, we're going to make sure humanity's okay here. And then he called me a speciesist.
Did he use that term?
Yes. And there were witnesses. I wasn't the only one there when he called me a speciesist. And so I was like, okay, that's it. Yes, I'm a speciesist. Okay. You got me. What are you? Yeah, I'm fully a speciesist. Busted. So that was his last straw. At the time, Google had acquired DeepMind, and so Google and DeepMind together had about 3/4 of all the AI talent in the world. They obviously had a tremendous amount of money and more computers than anyone else. So I'm like, okay, we have a unipolar world here where there's just one company that has close to a monopoly on AI talent and computers, like scaled computing. And the person who's in charge doesn't seem to care about safety. This is not good. So then I thought, what's the furthest thing from Google would be like a nonprofit that is fully open, because Google was closed for profit. So that's why the open in OpenAI refers to open source, you know, transparency, so people know what's going on.
Yes.
And that we don't want to have like I mean, while I'm normally in favor of for profit, we don't want this to be sort of a profit maximizing demon from hell.
That's right.
That just never stops.
Right.
So that's how OpenAI would.
So you want specious incentives here?
Yes, I think we want pro-human.
Yeah.
Let's make the future good for the humans.
Yes.
Yes, because we're humans.
So can you just put it? I keep pressing you, but just for people who haven't thought this through and aren't familiar with it, and the cool parts of artificial intelligence are so obvious. You know, write your college paper for you, write a limerick about yourself.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot there that's fun and useful. But can you be more precise about what's potentially dangerous and scary? Like what could it do? What specifically are you worried about?
Going with old sayings, the pen is mightier than the sword. So if you have a super intelligent AI that is capable of writing incredibly well and in a way that is very influential, convincing, and is constantly figuring out what is more convincing to people over time, and then enters social media, for example, Twitter, but also Facebook and others, and potentially manipulates public opinion in a way that is very bad. How would we even know?
How do we even know? So to sum up, in the words of Elon Musk, for all human history, human beings have been the smartest beings on the planet. Now human beings have created something that is far smarter than they are. And the consequences of that are impossible to predict. And the people who created it don't care. In fact, as he put it, Google founder Larry Page, a former friend of his, is looking to build a, quote, digital god, and believes that anybody who's worried about that is a speciesist. In other words, is looking out for human beings first. Elon Musk responded, as a human being, it's okay to look out for human beings first. And then at the end, he said, the real problem with AI is not simply that it will jump the boundaries and become autonomous and you can't turn it off. In the short term, the problem with AI is that it might control your brain through words. And this is the application that we need to worry about now, particularly going into the next presidential election. The Democratic Party, as usual, was ahead of the curve on this. They've been thinking about how to harness AI for political power. More on.
And that's my bigger thing here. Like right now, what we live in a world right now. Think about this. We live in a world where Donald Trump was a well-known businessman and in a lot of ways a celebrity for decades and decades and decades. He appeared in movies, television shows. He had his own reality shows. He appeared at WrestleMania. It was all over the place. No one ever called him a racist. For all of these years, for him being one of the most prominent human beings on the entire planet for decades, the man was never called a racist. He enters the presidential election. He starts ruffling a few feathers, and suddenly half of this country was programmed to think that Donald Trump is a racist based on absolutely nothing. Based on nothing. That is how powerful and influential this social messaging can be. And so look what's happened right now. We have a dude in the White House that doesn't even know where he's at most of the time. And when he does know where he's at, the only thing he really knows what to do is to fondle or sniff children and put them in very uncomfortable positions. He can't read from the script. And then when he goes off script, it's some of the most cringe things we've ever seen. But he's in the White House because people, weak-minded people, have been easily manipulated to believe that Orange Man bad. And I think that that's a smaller version of what the bigger problem could be. And that's why, in my opinion, my humble opinion here, that I think that there is this constant focus on celebrating mental illness, to celebrate it, to embrace it, to celebrate it, to try and motivate more people to embrace your mental illness, because it's about controlling people. It's about manipulating people. It's about manipulating weak minds, because if you can control the masses from that standpoint and control the narrative, that is the most important thing. And, we went from having a president that was focused on, making America great again by also helping the world, striking historic peace deals around the world, not starting any new wars, giving people the American dream all over again. And now look where we're at. It's scary. And so I think that has a lot to do with it. I mean, I'm not going to speak on this as an expert as much as just someone that is looking at the climate and the culture and seeing what's actually going on. And it's really scary stuff. Really scary stuff. We're going to continue. There's another Elon video we're going to react to, but first I want to talk to you guys and see how you're doing. So good to see all of you here. Thank you for all the gifted memberships. We've got, what's up, Steel Leg of History? Thanks for the prayers and the support. Be blessed. Hey, man, glad you're doing well. Thank you for the member message. Appreciate that, buddy. Billy251791, $10. Welcome to the snake pit. The first rule of snake pit is that you don't dump Trump. The second rule of the snake pit is that you don't dump Trump. That's a very good rule right there. I like that rule, Billy. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Bob R says, finally found my home. Hail Cobra Commander. Thank you so much. Andy Mastersons, did you get your delivery? I did, Andy. I haven't opened anything, but I'm in Pensacola. I did get the packages. They're going to be delivered to Orlando when I go back, and we will talk to you about it, man. But I appreciate it, Andy. Let's see. Billy became a member also. Christopher Arcella, a member. Probably had to re-up, but thank you, Christopher. Fantastic, Mr. Knox. This intro, eggs on their faces for years, which will be in the history books. Also, Bernie Sanders will never be POTUS. Sucks to be that guy. Absolutely. Jorge Barracuda becomes a member. I'll be your Huckleberry becomes a member. NTR Uncle, I'll set Chris straight with my phomosis dong. So we're going to talk about that too. And that's another thing too. Like Chris Tyson, who's part of the MrBeast crew, like this is a dude that would make this is a dude that wouldn't be offended by hanging out with me and some of the stuff I say. So now get to the point where now you're identifying as a woman, apparently, or I don't understand the fucking rules of this. I don't understand what he is, and I personally don't care. But how does that happen? How do you go from that? Like, I personally think like maybe he was depressed after his divorce, maybe, and maybe he saw some type of a therapist, or maybe he was getting bad. Maybe there were social justice messaging and media messages out there. I have no idea how this happened. I have no idea, but it's wild. And it's going to, in my opinion, it's going to cause some big problems for MrBeast. And I kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but the reason I think it's going to cause problems for MrBeast, like, what's going to happen? Like, okay, hypothetically, I have a massive group I have a massive team at Geeks and Gamers, massive team. There's people that believe all types of different shit than me. All right. There's people that are gay. There's people that are straight. There's people that are bi. There's people that are religious. There's people that are not religious. There's people that love Trump. There's people that hate Trump. I don't care. It's not my business what you do. Ultimately, all that matters to me is that we all have our individual voices here. And we can all take a stand and have whatever opinions we want. And no one will apologize because someone else is fake offended on the team. I don't care about that shit. And people know that. So like hypothetically, let's just say someone at Geeks and Gamers, I guess, starts identifying as some fucking other whatever. All right. What's going to happen? Is that going to cause me any problems? No. I'll probably make jokes about it. And no one's going to request my opinion. And if the trans community, which, I mean, we have people among our fans that are trans, and that's fine. I've spoken with some of them when they talked about whatever they were doing. You have my support. I don't give a shit. But when you have these advocates coming out there, and that's what's happening with MrBeast right now. And to be clear, MrBeast is far more successful than I'll ever be on YouTube. Okay. Let's get that out of the way. But right now, MrBeast has built his brand off of not getting involved and not taking a stand on anything. And this is the problem when you build something based on nothing. When you build something based on nothing, at some point in time, something's going to happen and it's going to force you to have to pick a side. And right now, there's only one side that MrBeast is allowed to pick. And it's the trans movement. He has to side with them or he's done. He has to side with them. There's no other answer. Because the decisions of someone else that's on his team, now MrBeast is the one that has to make the decision based on the mob. The mob is coming after him, and he has to make a decision, and there's only one decision to make. And he knows that. And if he makes the wrong decision now, you will be just, you're done. You're over. And that's the problem with building something based on nothing. And I'm not criticizing it. MrBeast, like I said, he's more successful than I'll ever be on this platform. He's the most successful guy that's ever been on the platform. But he's in a really tough spot right now. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. I mean, there's tweets of like Chris saying some really bad stuff that now have a whole different meaning now. Whole different meaning. But the reason this story is important, in my opinion, is that MrBeast has cultivated hundreds of millions of followers because he's catered to children. Okay, fair. Well, let's say that Chris wants to whatever. Okay, I have to be clear about this. I don't care. I really don't. Like, it's not my business. You, Chris, made it my business, and you made it every single parent's business that watches MrBeast, because you had to publicize it. You had to publicize it because you have to have the attention, because you're looking for all of the love and the support that comes with it on social media. Well, guess what? It's backfired. Backfired gloriously. No one needed to know this. No one needed to know your business. No one needed to know that you took whatever these fucking hormones are. No one needed to know it. You decided to publicly celebrate it. And that's where parents have to step in and go, who the fuck are my kids watching? They probably should have done that before, but I digress. And now, hey, it's one of these things where it's not going away. And I think that this is a big moment right now for a lot of parents to kind of go, hey, wait, what are my kids watching? Who are my kids watching? It's a bigger discussion that we're going to have to get into. Let's see. We got almost 1,500 people here in the Snake Pit. I appreciate it. The 199s are in the chat. The Snake Pit, the 199 Battalion. Thank you guys for being here. Celluloid Dream becomes a member. Thank you, Celluloid Dream. Mark Hendricks says, if this is a civilian tech, think about the military tech versions that they haven't shown us. I bet the hardware is further along than we even know. Yeah, man. It's terrifying. This AI stuff is terrifying. And again, just look what they did with Twitter. Twitter is nowhere near the level of Facebook. Nowhere near. Yet they were able to weaponize Twitter to a point where they manipulated a lot of things, a lot of information. Again, I go back to, like, we live in a world right now, just a few years ago, because a few people said that there was this virus. A few people said it, and then suddenly more people started talking about it. And then suddenly you had the whole world masking up, staying indoors, canceling vacations. The NBA was shut down. Sporting events was shut down. The movie industry was shut down. Over what? Over what? That happened. So that's why the AI stuff is fucking terrifying when you think about what happened with just social media. And we've seen it. We've seen movies with this whole premise. People are just like, yep, Like I still to this day, and again, man, I don't know any individual person's situation. I don't. And did I see people wearing masks before the pandemic? If I did, I didn't notice them. Okay. I see so many people my age and younger still walking around fully masked. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Still. I'm like, I don't understand it. I don't get it, man. It blows my mind. It blows my mind that I still see this shit. Grown ass motherfuckers just walking around. Dudes walking around jacked, ripped, wearing a mask. Why? Also, completely fat, disgusting, slobbering belly just flopping everywhere, but they got a mask on because apparently health is their top priority. Your belly and your gut and your man boobies just flopping around looks like frozen biscuits that are thawing out, just falling down your fucking chest. But you got your mask on. You got your mask on because, hey, you're a very health conscious individual. Okay, that makes sense. Holy shit. It's just like, what? How? Why are you doing this? You're like 400 pounds and you have a mask on in the name of health. Okay. Oh man, it is wild. It really is. Anthony says, me and my mate's podcast is doing really, is doing really well. It says episode 1 on podcast. We made 120 views on our channel. It's a sneak peek, entertainment, and I thank you all for your help, Jeremy. Hey, brother, I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you're doing well. And that is really, really cool. And Jared the American said he had covered Jenna Ellis on his show today. I know Jared the American's got his show going. So really happy for you guys. If I can help do anything, if I can help inspire anything, I'm more than happy to do that, man. That is super cool. I love that you guys are getting out there doing your own shows. If I can, if this show helps motivate anybody, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Sophie says, need to explain my comment about Ryan's OnlyFans. Confirmed. Chat paid for him to run his fingers through his hair, and he did it. Hence, plus OnlyFans. Got you, Sophie. Got you. Yes, chat did do that. That was funny too. Blue Eyed Scorpio says, I'll give 3,000 members if you delete your channel. I will delete my channel right now just to install it after you send the 3,000 members. So let's do that, Blue Eyed Scorpio. Jupiter Cyclops, new member. Thank you. We have 38 new members on the night so far, and the night is young. Fantastic, Mr. Knox. You know how NPR are salty that Twitter labeled them as a government-funded media? It happened here, too, in Australia with the ABC and SBS as such. Suck it, government-funded media. Hell yeah, man. Screw these clowns. The mainstream is dying. Like, there's so many examples of this. Look at the Super Mario movie right now. Just crushing it at the box office. Mainstream shit all over it. Critics gave it terrible reviews. People don't care. They don't care what you have to say. The people will go and see what they want. And it's just like what we have to do, though. And again, that's why the social media element is so crazy and scary, because the mainstream has no impact whatsoever. The mainstream media, legacy media, they have no impact. But the social media side has a lot of impact and a lot of influence, and it's a lot more spread out. It's not centralized or anything like that. There's layers to that. The social media side is the dangerous stuff. Legacy media, they're dead, they're irrelevant, nobody cares. Social media, that's why, look, love him or hate him, Elon owning Twitter is crucial. Like, it's a huge step in the right direction. Is he perfect? No. Have I disagreed with a lot of stuff he's done? Yes. But do I think the platform is overall better than it was under Jack Dorsey? 100%. I do. And I had my concerns there for a while. And I've had some criticism for Elon. Ultimately, it's a better platform because it's not being ran by left-wing lunatics anymore. And but on that note, we got this video right here that I want us to listen to. And this is Elon talking about Twitter, and I haven't heard this one. So let's hear this.
So the headline here so far is that before Elon Musk bought it, Twitter wasn't so much a social media site as a honey trap operated by global intelligence agencies, including our own. One of the very first things Elon Musk did was fire all the spies who worked at Twitter. Then he fired a lot of other people too, including the entire PR department, the HR department, and a lot of other useless baggage who weren't helping the company do anything worth doing. And what happened next? We asked him.
Meant a shrinking pie, obviously, for most of the traditional media companies, and made them more desperate to get clicks, to get attention, and it just made them when they're in sort of a desperate state, they will then tend to really push headlines that get the most clicks, whether those headlines are accurate or not. So it's resulted, in my view, I think most people would agree, a less truthful, less accurate news. Because they just got to get a rise out of people. And I think it's also increased the negativity of the news, because I think we humans instinctually respond more to I think we have an instinctual negative bias, which kind of makes sense in that, like, if like, let's say, like, it's more important to remember where was the lion, or where was the tribe that wants to kill my tribe, than where is the bush with berries.
Yes.
Like, one's like a permanent negative outcome, and the other is like, well, I might go hungry. So meaning like there's an asymmetry in sort of involved asymmetry in negative versus positive stuff. And also historically, the negative stuff would have been quite proximate, like it would have been near, represented a real danger to you as a person if you heard negative news. Because historically, like a few hundred years ago, we're not hearing about what negative things are happening on the other side of the world or on the other side of the country. We're hearing about negative things in our village. Things that could actually have a bad effect on you. Whereas now we're hearing about, the news very often seems to attempt to answer the question, what is the worst thing that happened on Earth today? And you wonder why you're sad after reading that,
That's
true.
true.
Do you read any legacy media outlets?
That is true, man. That is very, very true. I mean, like, we hear everything. We hear everything. It doesn't matter. Like, I remember the I almost said it was so funny. It's funny from the leftist standpoint, okay? But so it was late at night, and I got a notification about this shooting in Dadeville, Alabama, that happened. What was it, like 4 days ago, 3 days ago, 2 days ago, whatever it was. Last report I heard was like up to 20, maybe 30 people were injured. I think 6 people were killed, 4 to 6 people were killed. What I say is funny about that is that when the initial reports came out, I heard so many people with pride flags and Ukraine flags and all this stuff saying, "Oh, Trump country. Trump was just at the NRA, and look, Trump country. There's all these shootings in Trump country." And I'm like, what? Something like, why are you guys so fixated on that when we don't have any details whatsoever? And of course, I'm unfortunately, I don't know the specifics, but it looked like there was like it's like either 4 or 6, and I think they were all black people, I think. And it just shows you the social justice freaks out there. Yeah, no, the media has not covered this at all. The media hasn't covered this thing in Dadeville at all. And yeah. So, I mean, I saw a lot of people claiming it was a Trump supporters because it was in Alabama. And the misconception in Alabama is it's just a bunch of white rednecks. That's not the case at all. There's segments of Alabama that has that for sure. I'm from Alabama. I know these things. And so, but yeah, so they just heard Alabama and they just thought Trump country. Oh, it's a bunch of Trump supporters shooting each other. No, not what happened. Not what happened. But hey, you hear that, and social media just like I was like, God damn, because that's not far. I have family very close to that area. And so just hearing the initial reports, to get back to the point of what I was saying, I was like depressed. I was like, I know people literally not far from this. This is awful. And that's what social media does. It's just like it gives you the literal worst news from around the world all the time. It's crazy.
I mean, I really get most of my news from Twitter at this point. It is the #1 news source, I think, in the world at this point.
What percentage of your staff did you fire at Twitter? One of the great business stories of the year.
I think we're about 20% of the original size.
So 80% left.
Yes.
So
I mean, a lot of people voluntarily.
Sure. But it's 80% are gone from the day you took
That's
over.
correct. Yes.
So how do you run the company with only 20% of the staff?
It turns out you don't need all that many people to run Twitter.
But 80%? That's a lot.
Yes. I mean, if you're not trying to run some sort of glorified activist organization, and you're not care that much about censorship, then you can really let go of a lot of people, it turns out.
How many others, without naming names, but I had dinner with somebody who runs a big company recently who said, I'm really inspired by Elon. And I said, the free speech stuff? He goes, no, the firing the staff stuff. How many other CEOs have come to you to talk about this?
I spend a lot of time at work, so it's not like I'm meeting with lots of people. They see what actions I've taken, but I think we just had a situation at Twitter where it was absurdly overstaffed. So it wasn't like you look at, say, like, what does it really take to operate Twitter? Most of what we're talking about here is a group text service at scale. Like, how many people are really needed for that? And if you look at what has been the product development over time.
This man is running Twitter on a group text. This man is running. That is so awesome, dude. That is awesome.
With Twitter, and you're years versus product improvements, and it's like a pretty flat line. So what are they doing? It took a year to add an edit button that doesn't work most of the time. I mean, I feel like it was a comedy situation here. You're not making cars, it's very difficult to make cars or get rockets to orbit. So, the real question is, like, how did it get so absurdly overstaffed? This is insane. So anyway, it's clearly working. In fact, I think it's working better than ever. We've increased the responsiveness of the system by, in some cases, over 80%. We're trying to make Twitter the most trusted place on the internet, the least untrustworthy place on the internet. I don't think anyone should trust the internet, but maybe we can make Twitter the least untrustworthy. Like I said, try to get the truth to the people as best we can.
When Elon Musk took over Twitter, the company had something called a human rights team. There was no measurable increase in human rights around the world. In fact, Twitter was doing its best to crush human rights, starting with the most basic, which is the right to say what you really think. Elon Musk, in his spare time, runs the world's biggest rocket company.
That's true. Like, again, when those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. And I actively do not trust another person that preaches about how good they are and how we as people need to be better and all that bullshit. I refuse it. I refuse it because, like, you can tell, you could just tell if someone's a good person. They don't have to tell you they're a good person. And that's not to say that there aren't people that, talk about doing it, but there's genuineness to someone that actually cares. You know what I mean? And Twitter having a human rights team and all of this shit, that means absolutely nothing whatsoever. Twitter has done so much damage to the fabric of this company and country that it's kind of scary to think about how bad it got, considering they don't have a big install base compared to something like Facebook. It's unbelievable to me. So again, if you have a diversity inclusion officer that works for your company, I immediately don't trust the CEO that created that position. I clearly don't trust the person that has that position. And then you probably have a lot of people working at that company that are walking on eggshells because they know that they can't say anything or criticize this person or whatever. And that is just not a good environment at all. It is not. Like, there is not one thing. And again, I'm just a guy. And yeah, we have a lot of people at Geeks and Gamers. They have a lot of different personalities, have a lot of different shit. There ain't nothing that, like, anybody can say whatever the fuck they want. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get criticized, but you can say what you want. You can have whatever opinion you want. You can talk about anything you want. Now, there's certain guidelines that I have in terms of like I said, with the Twitter accounts or our social media accounts. We as a company are not allowed to give an opinion through the company, but we as individuals can give our opinions within the company, if that makes sense. So like the Geeks and Gamers account will never have an opinion. It's not allowed to. So people that run the accounts, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, we can't say like The Last Jedi is a dog shit movie from the Geeks and Gamers account. Now, an individual can say that's part of Geeks and Gamers, but the account itself is not allowed to have an opinion. It has no opinion. It has no standing whatsoever. And, you know, that's just how that goes. But anybody here, they can say they don't like Trump. They can say that they love whatever movies I hate. I don't give a fuck. Has nothing to do with me. That's how the world should operate. And too many weak-minded people need their opinions validated by other people. And that's what we're seeing on the left, especially like things with Star Wars and Marvel and all of that. The people that Marvel, that specifically Disney has pandered to, these are the types of people that they need their opinions repeated back to them. They need validation for their opinions. And they aren't confident enough in their own self to just stand by their opinion because they have nothing to stand on, because they don't believe in anything. So when they spew out some nonsense about whatever, they need someone else to validate that. And when someone doesn't validate what they said, they have to discredit them. That's because that guy's a racist. The reason he doesn't agree with me is because he's a racist. The reason he doesn't like the movies I like is because he's sexist, because he hates women. It's like, or it's a bad fucking movie and you just have shitty taste. You know? Shocking. I know that's actually a real thing. And so yeah, it's wild. Wild. I saw Chris Varcella for 10 says, Jeremy, check your Twitter DMs. I sent you a hilarious video. You have to show CobraCast have the same comedy as Why Are You Gay? I gave you timestamps to watch the segment. Do it for the chat. All right. If you can send that potentially to either Jay Hailstorm, Hollywood Scholar, or Eric K. If you guys follow Christopher, like shoot him a DM and get it, because they're backstage right now to gather all that stuff. So if you can get it to them and they can put it in my chat right now so I can keep reading this, but I'll more than happy to check it out. General Soul says, first off, I love Craig and side scrollers, but a conversation tonight about trolling felt pretty squishy. Happy to be back in the snake pit where everyone has scale mail and fangs. Some people just too soft for Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. Shame. So was this tonight? Like, I don't know. I'd have to see it because I was talking to Craig just earlier today. So, what was this on the daily stream or was this on his evening stream that you had the issue with? I'm definitely wanting to check it out. Definitely want to check it out. Hail the snake pit. I see all of you guys. I see the emojis. We got new emojis. We got the 199s. All right. We've got the Clamshell Coalition. We got the Snake Pit G.I. Joe font. We got the CobraCast G.I. Joe font. And I'm working on merch. You guys have been yelling at me about merch. So I'm working on that right now. So I will be updating you guys on that. And again, programming note, no CobraCast this Friday, at least not a normal CobraCast. But we may get like one from the road. For those that are just joining us, if you didn't see this earlier, I've got to show this again. Because Elon Musk is the greatest troll on the planet. And this right here is something that he actually did this. It's so good. It's so good. Here we go. Right here. Canadian Broadcasting Corp said they're less than 70% government funded, so we corrected the label. So initially it said government funded media. They said we're less than 70% government funded. So Elon put 69% government funded media in their bio. Oh my God. Dude, so good. Do you know how much the mainstream hates this man? They hate this dude. They can't stand it because why? It's the same reason they hated Trump. They can't control him. They can't control him. And all he does is just destroys them every single day. And it is so damn funny. These people, man. Angry Canadian says, for 10 says, hey, Jeremy, just dropping this message off. When you get the chance, I sent you a Twitter DM. Let's see, from the Angry Canadian about future Geeks and Gamers trips to Japan. I'll be standing by for contact whenever. Keep up the grift. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, so there has been some discussion about maybe doing a Geeks and Gamers trip to Japan at some point in time. I you know, maybe that'll happen, maybe not. That's a massive commitment that I need to make a lot more money before I'm willing to do something like that. So right here, oh my God, is this real? Oh my God, is this real? I gotta see this. Here we go. Oh, no. Justin Trudeau isn't too happy that Twitter labeled CBC government funded media. Here we go.
I think it says a lot about the Conservative Party of Canada. They're choosing to constantly attack independent media organizations, journalists who are working hard to keep Canadians informed and support our democracy. CBC Radio-Canada serves right across the country, delivers local news and local content in many regions of the country that, yes, has been challenged over the past years, but the idea of adding to that challenges and laying on by attacking this Canadian institution, attacking the culture and local content that is so important to so many Canadians.
We need clown emojis. I just need clown emojis as this clown is talking.
Really indicates the values and the approach that Mr. Poilievre is putting forward. And I think it is telling that in order to attack this institution that is important for many, many Canadians, he runs to American billionaires, the tech giants that they continue to defend in committee and in their approach on our legislation to make tech giants pay their fair share. Conservatives are always there to defend them. So when they're trying to attack a foundational Canadian institution, the fact that he has to run to American billionaires for support to attack Canadians says a lot about Mr. Poilievre and his values.
What a piece of trash. What a piece of trash. But that's Justin Trudeau. What do you expect? But I just want everybody to know. That we stand with the alphabet community here.
Never apologize for standing up for an LGBTQ2 plus.
What happened there, buddy? What happened there? Struggling there? You couldn't keep up with all those letters? Justin Trudeau, I thought you were an ally. I thought you were a big ally, buddy. What a clown. What an absolute clown. But that's not surprising at all. That is Justin Trudeau. All right, here we go. Starts at 20 seconds, ends at 1. Okay, here we go. All right, so we got timestamps. This is what Arcella. All right, we listen to the Snake Pit around here, okay? Snake Pit request. You get what you ask for. I don't know what we're about to watch. This is a minute-long clip. Here we go. Pastor cures gay man. I don't like men's no more. What?
Classic. Let's watch.
Break every yoke. Break every yoke. He's delivering you now. Whatever it is you need God to do, he just told you it's done right now. What did you come here for? What did you come down here for? Tell me. To get delivered more. To get delivered. Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free? Yes, sir. Turn around and tell those people. Tell them. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman.
Bro. That dude was never gay. He was just a straight dude trying to get some pussy. And he worked up this whole thing. So now I gotta watch that shit again. Oh my God. He said, I like women. I like women. Here we go.
What to do? He just told you it's done right now. What did you come here for? What did you come down here for? Tell me. To get delivered more. To get delivered. Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free?
Lord.
Yes, sir. Turn around and tell those people. Tell them. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman. Now listen, y'all praise God with him. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold just 1 minute. Now either you gonna believe this stuff or you ought to stop preaching it. If you can't praise God with him, you're an unbeliever. Now somebody believe God with him. Hey! We don't just preach condemnation. We preach reconciliation.
Holy shit. Oh, man. Jeremy Osteen is so happy. He's so happy. The Lord has come down from the skies, reached into this body that has been taken over by the gay spirit. He reached into the depths of his soul and he pulled the gay out. He said, no, sir. No, sir, Satan. No, sir. We're going to get this man laid tonight. Praise. Holy crap. Wamen, which is what that guy will be sleeping with now, apparently. That was amazing. Chris Varcella, very well done. Jay Hellstorm, I need that clip. Like, I need that whole clip. We got to do something with that. That is fantastic. Hailstorm, I think the wheels are already turning for Tuesday night's main event intro. That was beautiful. Holy crap. That was amazing. That was amazing. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Yeah, let's get that guy. Let's get that guy on CobraCast. He sounds pretty based. Sounds like a based individual. Let's go. Oh, no. What? There's an update on that dude? No way. Look up the update on that dude, though. Oh, no. Oh. Guys, look it up and let me know. Oh, I hope this isn't a turn for the worse. Oh, my gosh. I hope not. Uh-oh. No. It's in Discord. So Lost Tales got it in Discord, guys. Oh, look it up. Let's see. Let me see. I gotta pull up Discord. You never know what's gonna happen on CobraCast. You never know what's gonna happen. I'm not even looking at the chat. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I'm trying to find out. Monkeypox? I hope not. I hope not. All right. I'm looking. Oh, is this it? Okay, here we go. I think I got it. All right. I got to know. Like, I got to know. I'm so interested. I know nothing. I know nothing. Is this it? I'm assuming this is it.
I come to drink the tea and sip the tea.
Oh, okay. This dude's gay. Never mind. I said he was fronting. This dude's gay. Holy hell. I heard enough. This dude is, whoo. This dude is so gay. He's going to be on MrBeast videos. I'm 3 seconds in. Holy crap.
Yes, honey, I am back. You guys know me as I am delivered, but my
I was feeling positive.
This is not okay. It's just not.
My name is Andrew, but delivered with the T. I'm back. Here in November of 2014, in the St. Louis, it was our holy convocation that we have every year. I was new to the Church of God in Christ. I was new to church at the time. I've always been in church my whole life, but as grown, I was new to it. I only going to church just to shout and to see who I was going to sleep with pastor. But at that church, they delivered out of me. They were snatching that out of me. But now I get hard for women. I don't get hard for men.
What?
There's nothing wrong with the flirtation.
What? I'm so confused right now. I am so confused right now. So he's not gay again?
But I'm still delivered. The morning that I woke up, God told me to go to the store. I went and got me a bow tie, jacket, and all that. I just felt peace that day, like so much peace. And later that night, I was sitting down in the chair, and I was like, it's time for prayer. I went up there for prayer. I got the mic. He said, what do you want God to do? And I said, I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said, I'm delivered with the T. I went home with the sleep. And I got back up and I said, Lord, use me because I want to be used. I started receiving lots of messages on my Facebook page. I'm like, oh, okay, some of the church people follow me. That's nice. And then that morning when I got up, people was knocking at my door to interview me. And they said, when your video went viral. I said, what video? I said, the church had me live and it didn't tell me. I thought that screens in the church was only the people in the church and people watching it on the internet. Because at the time, it looked like I made a mock of God. I was not ready for this. I was not ready to be thrown in the spotlight. I wanted to kill myself. I had got me a glass. And I was sitting down that same day. I was crying, not because I went viral, because my emails, my phone calls, people was calling me. I don't know how they got my number, was harassing me. There was church people. Oh, we think you came out, but I think you still see that spirit. Come to church on Sunday.
I'm so confused right now. I really, like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Disgusting. Disgusting.
We want to get that more spirit out of you. And I heard a tiny voice saying, don't do it. And I started doing like this. And do I ask for that? I would never ask somebody to go viral. The way I went viral, this is not something that no one.
I can't keep listening to this person. So I can't. Like the clip is funny, and I'm gonna keep playing the clips. The clip's amazing, but that dude, I don't believe that is that's a fake individual. Whatever the story is, this person's fake as fuck. I don't believe the fucking voice and the mannerisms and all that shit. That is performative. That is what that is. Which is kind of what I felt from the whole pastor thing. But the pastor shit's funny, and we're gonna play that. So shout out to you, Chris Varcella. That was performative though. All that shit. I ain't want to go viral. I ain't want to go viral. Shut the fuck up. You're 100% want to go viral. You're sitting there doing a fucking interview with BT Networks with 4 million viewers or 4 million subscribers. You want to be famous. That's what it comes down to. That's what that's what I think. Shout out to all of you. We still got a ton of people here in the snake pit. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Let's see. Hilario De Leon for $19.99 says, Jeremy, I am the chairman of the Milwaukee GOP. I am trying to get more national attention on an issue in Wisconsin. Let's see. The birthplace of the GOP, Little White Schoolhouse, has been removed from the National Landmark Historical Register. All right. Well, let me see. Let me have my guys look. We'll take a note, and I will look up your information and verify everything. And let's see. Copy. Right here. Boom. All right. You guys follow up with that in the private chat and get some information for me. Well, I won't cover it here because I want to do some research. But thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Christopher Arcella for 5 says, glad you liked it, Jeremy. I knew you'd laugh hard. That shit was hilarious, dude. That was so good. That was really good. That was great. Let me see. Celluloid Dream says, behold, I am green. If you are green, you are a fig. Rodimus Primal says, getting close to 100K myself. Great meeting you at MegaCon. Good on you keeping it real till all are one. Hey man, you're getting close to 100K. That's awesome. How close are you? Fuck, dude, that's no small feat, man. 100K is monumental. I remember when I first started out, and this is for all the content creators out there. If you're a newer creator or whatever, like I remember when I wasn't a YouTuber and I would see like, I remember there was a tech channel that I followed, and I followed him from the time he had like 1,200 subs or whatever. And I remember when he hit like 20,000 subscribers, and I was just like, how does that happen? How does someone get 20,000 subscribers? How must it feel to have 20,000 subscribers? That must be the greatest feeling in the world, to have 20,000 people subscribe to your channel. I couldn't even process what that would mean. You know what I mean? And so, but it's like you can climb this mountain. You really can. And if you have the determination, it's not going to happen overnight. So in some cases it will, but expectations are what everybody needs to have in life. So like when you go into something with expectations, if you become a YouTuber, if you start grinding on a channel and you just go, if I don't have like 1,000 subs in a week, I'm done. Well, you're probably don't even need to fucking start, because chances of you having 1,000 subscribers when you're starting from nothing in a week are literally almost zero. Outside of some crazy scenario, you get caught up in the algorithm or something like that. But you got to grind through it, and you got to want it, and it's going to take time, and you don't know when that moment's going to come, but stick with it if you really do want it. The things that are worth getting in life, they require work. If something is easy, and this is anything in life, if a job is easy, if a promotion was easy, if a girl was easy, it probably wasn't worth it to keep striving for it. So if it's easy to get, just understand that a lot of people could be getting it. And but if it's hard to get, then it's probably worth it once you do get it. Just keep that in mind. Just a little bit of advice. But yeah, it is what it is. All right. I'm not here to give dating advice, so don't ask me. Marksman says Disparu's rings video at 000 mark. Pure goblin. Disparu's crushing it right now. I'm so happy for Disparu, man. That's a guy right there. Like, speaking on that point, you know, I met this brew when he had like, I don't remember. It was less than like 50 subs, I think, when I met him, and he's a fucking rock star now. Jamie Sanders says, just want to say I'm happy I found your channel a few years ago. I stumbled upon you on The Last of Us 2 Druckmann crap. Been here ever since. Well, thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. I actually started that earlier. So just want to say I'm happy I found your channel a few years ago. I stumbled upon your during the Druckmann Last of Us 2 crap. Been here ever since. Well, thank you. I am happy to hear that, and I appreciate that. Yeah, the Naughty Dog stuff was wild for us, man. It was wild. And got a lot of traction off of that. And I was happy to destroy them over and over again and make a lot of money off of them. Re-upped my annual subscription to Geeks and Gamers today. Hail the Snake Pit. Thank you. Love hearing that. Thank you for the support over on geeksgamers.com. That is awesome. Let's see. Blue Volt Guy says, to answer a question, sorry, from another stream, Crowder actually respects geek culture to some extent. He was a SNES N64 kid, but he's just admitted he isn't up to date, but he's talked about how it's important. My perception on it, and again, I will fully default to you guys because I don't watch Crowder that much, but from what I've gathered, you know, he's been very dismissive of it. And if not, then I think that he should realize how important it is, because if culture is his focus, he needs to understand nerd culture is culture. And that is why so many kids are being impacted. And so don't report on the Mario movie after it becomes successful as an anti-woke movie, you know, because that's not beneficial at all. Maybe pay attention to this shit before it becomes trendy. And that was my issue with it, is like, why the fuck are you talking about a Mario movie when you weren't talking about it before it came out? Like, now you're talking about it. Now you care about Mario. And that's what kind of bothered me from that one. And so I just think that Mario video games, whether it's video games, comics, movies, nerdy shit, that is ground zero right now for what's going on. And that's why, again, why does the left infiltrate stuff? The left don't infiltrate shit that don't have any real impact. All right? They only infiltrate what has impact. That's why they're infiltrating all of this shit. They only care about what has impact. The reason they go after things like Star Wars and Marvel and DC and Ghostbusters is because that shit matters. It matters. And these leftists, these social justice freaks, they are not interested in building anything from the ground up. They're not interested in working for anything. They are looking to capitalize off the hard work of other people. And that's why they go after successful things that they can hijack over and over and over again and destroy with their disease, because that's exactly what social justice is. It's a disease. And just like anything else in life, when a disease takes over, so we'll apply it to the human body. And I'm not a fucking doctor, by the way, but when you apply a disease to a healthy body, what happens? Takes a little while, takes a good while actually, to actually have an impact on that body. But if you do not take care of it at some point in time, then eventually it will destroy that healthy body. So you need to cut it out before it gets to be a problem. Versus what happens when a disease takes over an unhealthy body. Well, when it takes over an unhealthy body, it pretty much overruns it in no time at all. That's how social justice works with a lot of these big tentpole things. So they don't want to take over something that's weak, because once they just take it over, there's nothing to do with it. So they want to take something over that has structure, like Star Wars. Star Wars has staying power. Star Wars matters. So once they can infiltrate it and take it over, then they can still sit there and go, oh, Star Wars made $1 billion. The Rise of Skywalker made $1 billion. People love diversity, inclusion, and representation. It's like it lost $1 billion from The Force Awakens because of social justice. It's losing everything, but you still have the crumbles of the foundation that was left over, so they can pretend that it's something successful, and they can continue to hijack it over and over again. So anyway, it's a disease. Social justice is a disease, and you need to cut it out before it becomes a problem. And some places haven't. Star Wars hasn't. The NFL hasn't. The NBA hasn't. Luckily, Nintendo doesn't seem to have a problem with that right now, and I don't think they will for the foreseeable future, but who knows? It's a disease, though. Keep diseases out of shit. People were just excited for a new Star Wars movie. 100%, they were. And if they would have capitalized and done it the right way, people would still be excited for them. But social justice, they were told, oh, you're racist if you don't like this movie. You're sexist if you don't like this movie. You're a horrible human being if you don't like this movie. You're terrible if you voted for Donald Trump. Don't come see our movie. That's essentially what they said. And they said they didn't want straight white men watching their movies as well. So it's just something, that I think is very important, and more people need to realize how important it is. With that said, I will happily love to be wrong about Crowder. I just don't think Crowder respects geek culture as much as, someone does. Someone should in his position, I guess is the way I'm looking at it. Marksman, look at Disparu's face at 0 mark. That face. Y'all want me to pull Disparu? I got to look for it. Look for Disparu's Rings of Power video that Marksman's talking about and see if we can pull that up, guys. Anthony says, send a $20 super chat. You sent one. Oh, here it is. My bad. Anthony did send a 20. When I was trying to say something, said AFL was better than NFL. It was back in the 2000s. There were a lot of fights in the game. I have to look at AFL. There were good matches between 2000 and 2009. That was proper man football. Yeah, it's kind of been dialed back so much in the last few years with safety protocols and all that, which I totally understand. But I don't know much about AFL, but I watched a lot of NFL. Let's talk about this MrBeast story right here that I had talked about at the top of the show. And so I posted about this yesterday. I posted a tweet from MrBeast's Chris Tyson, and this tweet was made on the same day as the Nashville shooting. And that's what's really, really concerning about all of this. Now, this was made before the shooting, okay? But right here, this is the tweet. And basically saying, I did also hate seeing the hate for me turned into just general transphobia. So I'm trying to make it known. Make fun of me all you want, but mess with the trans homies and and there is and it is a water gun. But the problem here is that if someone on the right did that, what would happen? What would the reaction be? What would the reaction be if someone on the right did that? So if we're going to hold people accountable, then let's hold people accountable. Now, of course, after this tweet was highlighted by this account right here, guess what? Update, tweet deleted. That's right. After it was retweeted, tweet has been deleted. And the account has now been locked down. So Chris Tyson's entire account has been locked down. Pretty interesting scenario, wouldn't you say? Because, of course, those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. So right here, so now he can just openly threaten death to people. Chris Tyson's alarming tweet concerns MrBeast fans. Now, again, this is just like, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. For MrBeast's close friend and renowned content creator, Chris Tyson, life has taken a weird turn lately. The North Carolina resident is best known for appearing on MrBeast's channel. Beast Reacts, however, Tyson has amassed quite a huge following for himself over the years. His main account on Twitter boasts 1 million followers. This is what he used to look like, and this is what he looks like now. Chris, who goes by his full name Christopher, recently revealed that he started hormone replacement therapy. Needless to say, the 26-year-old has drawn a bucket load of backlash from fans and critics alike. Even his pal and the most subscribed YouTuber on earth, MrBeast, has to come to his rescue on multiple occasions. And so right here, however, if fans are to be believed, Chris has recently made a threatening tweet to transphobic trolls that have been lingering over his social media. The tweet has allegedly been deleted as for now. Let me confirm the tweet is real. I saw the tweet. I saw the tweet before he deleted it. It's 100% real. It's 100% real. And that's the tweet right there. It's worth noting Chris has turned his main account private ever since. However, he did choose to keep his other account as is. Interestingly, we found a tweet from that account dated March 19th where Chris appears seemingly cool with the hate at the time. Well, this is what they always do. They always act like they can handle it, and then they make some random claim, some horrible claim that they accuse everyone else of making. The hate really isn't too bad. People are going to have to try hard if they want to get to me. Got to step your game up to even come close to beating some of my family. So you said that people are not being mean because you like to put out this false sense of like, oh, no one's hating on me. Everyone accepts transphobia except for a few internet trolls. And of course, now you've locked down your entire account, your verified main account, because you couldn't handle the criticism. Now, as I said in my last stream, something unprecedented has happened through all of this. Something unprecedented. And I haven't even checked this in a couple of days, but this right here is unprecedented. Okay, MrBeast is the most popular human being on the planet in terms of the internet. Anyway, he's the biggest guy on the internet. All right, nobody comes close. This guy gets tens of millions of views, no matter what, hundreds of millions in most times. Since this is the first video on his MrBeast 2 channel. Look at the ratio right there. Look at this ratio. 270,000 downvotes to 184,000 upvotes. The fact that MrBeast has been ratioed is insane. I never thought I'd see the day where MrBeast was ratioed. That is unbelievable. So again, going back to Sunny V2's video that caused so much controversy, apparently, because Sunny V2 dared to call it like it is, because he's 100% was on point with what he said. He said Chris Tyson is going to be a nightmare for MrBeast at some point in time. And this right here shows you the fact that MrBeast got ratioed on his secondary channel. Unheard of. Unheard of. And this right here means that he's got a lot of problems on his plate. And again, as I said earlier, when you stand for nothing, eventually you're going to fall for anything. And MrBeast, again, most successful creator on the platform. I'll never probably get 1% of his success on this platform. Fully acknowledge that. Not trying to tell this man how to make money, because clearly he knows how to make money better than I do. But ultimately, he is now facing an avalanche of criticism, and he is pressured to take a side. And you have built something from nothing. And now when you have built something from nothing other than, just algorithm friendly bullshit, now you're in this position where you have to make a decision. And as I said earlier, there's only one decision he's allowed to make. There's only one decision that MrBeast can make. Because if he says anything other than I fully support my friend and I support the trans community, if that's all he can say, if he says different, YouTube's going to be after him. Mama Susan, whoever this new person running is, the mainstream's going to throw him under the bus. They're going to annihilate him. They're going to destroy him. This is why years ago, when I made the decision, and again, it's all relative. So whatever, people don't need to dismiss followings. So my following is just as important to me as MrBeast's following is to him, just as much as your following will be important to you. It doesn't matter if you have 5 people that follow you. Those 5 people are important to you because they support you. Whether you have 20, 40, 100, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're important to you. It's all relative. So my following is just as important to me as MrBeast is to him. Okay? But I made the decision years ago that I don't want to build a following off of people that are going to cancel me for being a Trump supporter. I don't want that. I don't want to be in a situation where I build up a big fan base of people that are going to get offended because I support Donald Trump. So I had to build it off of you knowing I'm a Trump supporter. And I'm not going to apologize for that. And in fact, I'm not going to apologize for any fucking thing that I don't feel I need to apologize for. That doesn't mean I won't apologize. I'll apologize if I feel I did something wrong. If I make mistakes, I will apologize for those mistakes. I'll own it, but I'll never apologize for someone else's feelings being hurt, because that's not my business. So I'm very happy with, with the following we have, because I'm not going to be canceled by my following, because my following are a group of people that are free thinkers and individuals, and they know where I stand on things, and they know that I'm going to give my opinions, and I'm not going to lie to you about my opinion just to appease you. That's never been my method. And so the situation he's in right now is that he's damned if he does, he's damned if he don't. You're fucked either way. But there's only one mob that's going to demand that you stand with them. And ultimately, that's what he's going to have to do. And it sucks for him. But, maybe you shouldn't have called Trump a racist back in 2017 on your channel. I remember, MrBeast. I remember. Yeah. You and Chris both called Trump a racist when you stayed at his hotel. I remember. Never forget. TDS is a hell of a drug. Oh, nice cup. Yeah, absolutely. Like people said, Jeremy, do you support the trans community? Absolutely. I am the number one trans supporter. What are you talking about? I'm a big supporter of the trans community. Swig of water for the working man. Come on. Oh man. Yes, Chris did drop an N-bomb. There is a video that Chris Tyson dropped the N-bomb. There's a video of MrBeast dropping let's see, the baguette claim. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. I'll play it. I don't give a shit. MrBeast. Let me see if I can find it. Is this it? See, dude, you're fucked. You're done, MrBeast. Like, is this so? So MrBeast called everybody transphobic if they were criticizing him, essentially, right here. So this is based on Sunny V2's video, okay? And MrBeast says, yeah, this is getting absurd. Chris isn't my nightmare. He's my fucking friend. Things are fine. All of this transphobia is starting to piss me off. Those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. Look at here. Look at here. Now, let me be clear. I have no problem with what we're about to hear in this video. I have literally no problem with this. This is about those that preach the loudest have the most to hide.
Okay, faggot. Yes. Shut the fuck up, you stupid faggot. Fag. Ooh, faggot. You're a...
Oh, damn. MrBeast. Come on, bro. That's not family-friendly content. Come on, MrBeast. That's not family-friendly content. Was that a Modern Warfare 2 lobby? Well, so again, so this is the weird thing, because that's what I first thought too. And again, it's so hard to keep up with the Oppression Olympics. It's so hard to understand what is and isn't allowed. Not that I care, but I guess because I saw a video, and it was so cringe when I heard the video, but this video, this guy was like, I want to talk about the Chris Tyson story with MrBeast. And, he referred to like Chris Tyson as a he. He goes, I'm calling him he because if you look at his bio, you can totally say all pronouns are welcome. And I'm going, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why the fuck are you playing in this nonsense. Oh, I can call Chris a he because his profile says all pronouns are welcome, so I'm okay with that. Who thinks like this shit? Who fucking worries about that? Like, seriously. Good Lord, man. Like, have I ever had interactions with people? I guess a couple. I've had a couple of interactions from a social media standpoint from people that I have genuinely known, okay? Genuinely known. And they did the whole fucking pronoun thing, okay? If I know you and we're like that, if we're cool, I have no problem respecting whatever fuck you're going through, okay? I have no problem with that. If we're cool. If I don't know you, I'll fucking call you whatever I think you look like. All right? I mean, it's just nonsense. Like, if I know somebody and we're cool and you're cool with me, I'm cool with you, but like these fucking weirdos that are demanding that you use their pronouns, do you respect that I'm a Trump supporter? That's the question I ask. Do you respect that I'm a Trump supporter, you motherfuckers? No, they won't. Well, guess what? Fuck you then. Fuck you and your pronouns. You're not going to respect me. I'm not going to respect you. That's how life works. You know? And it's like you're asking for respect from people that you won't give respect back to. That's not how life works. Life works that you respect me, I respect you. It's a two-way street. It's called common ground. It's called common decency. All these freaks, they demand that you respect them while they don't give a damn about you. They hate you. They despise you. They want you dead. They'll threaten you. They'll call you the most horrible things in the world. And I'm sick of that shit. But like, I keep hearing, like every time I hear a Hollywood executive talk about how we just want diversity, inclusion, and representation, and does that mean Trump supporters? Just curious, does that mean Trump supporters? And we know it doesn't. But the whole thing is, I want them to say, I want to be able to ask them that. Does that mean Trump supporters? And of course, they would never answer. Then don't bring up how inclusion and representation and all that, because inclusion and representation means nothing. It means absolutely nothing other than you have your oppression Olympics and you don't actually mean it. It means special treatment. That's what diversity, inclusion, and representation means. It means special treatment. That's what it means. No normal person has ever in the history of humanity said that. No normal person has ever said, I am an advocate for diversity, inclusion, and representation. No one has ever said that because normal people already understand that it exists. Because, again, I bring up the retail story, how when I worked retail, as most of you, I worked retail for a long time. So a lot of you have real jobs and real lives and all of that. At no point in time, not one single time, was I ever in the break room. Was I ever on lunch? Was I ever just hanging out on the sales floor talking to people? At no point in time did I ever say, hey guys, I'm excited for this movie that's coming out this weekend. Never in the history of existence did someone respond with, I'm going to wait and see the gender breakdown first before I'm willing to give my money to this because I'm very interested in seeing if we can get a female director. No one's like, fuck yeah, man. Did you see that shit, man? Fucking cool, man. Explosions, aliens, fucking guns. That's what we talked about. If you would have said that in like any circle, people would have looked at you and said, what the fuck is wrong with you? No one has said that. No one has ever said that. No normal thinking person talks like that. It just doesn't happen. And so that's a red flag immediately when someone says that. It's always a red flag. Never, ever, ever trust those people. Ever. So funny. All right. I gotta catch up on super chats. So let's see here. We got quite a few members. Sierra Tango, Hail Snake Pit. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's see. I got Billy K Road. I like Donald J. Trump, but he done messed. Oh, Donald Trump Jr., but he done messed up, telling us to take it easy on Bud because he doesn't want Republicans to lose that sweet, sweet donor cash. Thoughts? Yeah, no, I mean, I don't agree with anything that Trump Jr. said on that front at all. I think that was a horrifically bad decision for him to say that. And you can't call out, like, just the other day, I played a clip of him being on the Full Sim podcast and how he was criticizing Ron DeSantis, which I'm okay with, but he was criticizing Ron DeSantis for kneeling to the donors when you sit there and you're kneeling to the donors. So no, it was stupid. It was terrible. Ultimately, boycott if you want to boycott. Don't boycott if you don't want to boycott. It's not my business. I remember years ago when I said that, you remember, this is the so funny story, man. Like the mentally ill people that hate me, they don't understand that they can't touch me. They can't hurt me. They can't do anything to me as long as they acknowledge me. So I remember when I decided to not go see Solo, a Star Wars story, years ago. And I said, I just don't want to see the movie. I don't want to give the movie my money. I don't want to give them my time. I'm just not interested in it. And I said in that same video where they were accusing me of organizing a boycott, which never happened, they said that I was running the Solo boycott and I'm the reason the movie failed, because these mentally ill people think that I have enough power to crash an entire multi-$100 million movie project. That's how fucking retarded these people are. But I simply said in my video, I'm not going to see Solo. If that upsets you, I urge you to go buy 2 different movie tickets to offset me. To offset me not buying a ticket, I urge you to buy an extra ticket, because what you do with your money is your business. And what I do with my money is my business. And these weirdos just lost their mind. They're like, he's boycotting, he's organizing it. I'm like, how the fuck can you organize a boycott when you actively encourage people that if they don't like your decision to not go see it, I encourage you to go spend more of your money on it? What the fuck's wrong with you people? So regardless if it's a boycott or not, like I saw Matt Walsh in the whole, being on the movement. So I don't like Matt Walsh either. So I think right now there's a bigger problem I see. I think the conservative side, I don't even like calling it the conservative side, the non-leftist side. That's what I like to refer it as, because I feel like if you're not a leftist, then we're all on the same side. That's ultimately the only definitive line that I have for anyone. I don't care what you believe. I don't care what you do. If you're just not a crazy leftist, then you're on my side. That's how I view it. But the side that's not the crazy leftist is damaged, and it is splintered, and there's way too many perspectives. And as I've said, my answer is to support Donald Trump. That's the only answer. Support Donald Trump. That's all we need. Fall in line and get behind the man that can get us out of this mess if he has enough support. But I don't see that. I see the Daily Wire, who is essentially, the DeSantis, PR firm now. I see the Matt Walshes of the world, the Ben Shapiro's, just so anti-Trump. They're so anti-Trump right now. And there's just so many perspectives, and I think it's a disaster waiting to happen. And I'm worried about 2024 because of the conservative side or the non-leftist side just being so fractured right now. It is so fractured. And yeah. So I guess we will see how that all plays out. We still have 1,500 people here. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. That is a simple request from a simple man. Like the video. Let's get it to 1,000 likes. Let's see. Duke Blue Devil. Duke Devil 95 dropped like a bunch of gifted subs. 30 in total tonight so far. 30 in total so far tonight, and 39 overall new members tonight. So the snake pit continues to grow. The 199 continues to grow, and that's what it's all about. Wicked Raccoon becomes a member. Thank you. Let's see. There's Jesus. There's Sophie. Steel Leg. Blue Eyed Scorpio. Nostalgia for Days. Orange Man equals good. Absolutely. Abomination. Are we really going from environmental alarmism to AI alarmism? Gotta give the government more power, more taxes, or else we're going to be extinct in 10 years. Yeah, I mean, the regulation side, I mean, I do think you need regulations, but at the same time, yeah, if you give the government more power, that's the problem. I totally understand that argument. I really do. Let's see, Sir Ruin of House Roundhead. What do you think about Trump's attack ad against DeSantis and how he eats pudding? Have you seen DeSantis attack ads against Trump also? I haven't seen the one. I haven't seen Trump's attack ad against DeSantis. I can look into that. And I know DeSantis has super PACs that are attacking Trump right now. DeSantis is just fallen so far in my eyes, man. Again, as a person that lives in the state of Florida that has very much enjoyed Ron DeSantis as the governor, he has fallen so far in my eyes, dude. I just don't see him in the same light right now. Ron DeSantis is closer to Mitt Romney than he is Donald Trump in my eyes. That's how far he's fallen. And sad but true. Sad but true. So I'll have to look into that. It looks like Ruthie sent it to me, so I'll have to see if I can. Kenny Justice says, I don't know how this fool made a target on the anime community. Then all this other BS, he said it's too, like, what the fuck is this guy doing? All right, hang on a minute. All right, Kenny Justice says, I don't like how this fool made a target on the anime community. Then all this other BS he said, too. It's like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Who are we talking about there? Who are we talking about? I don't know who you're talking about. Chat, who is he talking about? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Matt Walsh. No, that was this super chat was like over an hour ago. So he's not talking about, unless did I mention Matt Walsh earlier? Because I know Matt Walsh did that, but I don't remember talking about Matt Walsh earlier to trigger that super chat. That was from 11:55 Central. So that was like over an hour ago. Chris from MrBeast. That's what it is. It was Chris from MrBeast probably. Or Crowder maybe? I don't know. I'm sorry, man. It was probably Chris because he brought up like this. I don't know. He said something about this anime girl or something that like was weird, if I'm not mistaken. Kenny Justice says yes. Okay, so Chris, you're talking about Chris. Okay, got you. That makes more sense. Yeah, because I was just talking about Matt Walsh and then I read the super chat. That's why everybody thought Matt Walsh. So, yeah, Michael Knowles talked about it. I know what you're talking about now. I got you. Thank you, Kenny. Sorry for the confusion, buddy. Jester says, what if Chris' wife makes the divorce public and ugly? I mean, hey, I'm here for the drama. So I'm all about just sitting back and watching it all play out. So, what's up, Carolyn? I see you in the chat. Fantastic Mr. Not speaking if mask, it's wild seeing people driving, no passengers, but wearing a mask, and no, these weren't Uber drivers. Yeah, bro. It's so weird. It's so wild. Batgoat wants to chat. The Reverend wants to bless the chat. I gave you some Jeremy Osteen earlier. I was all worked up after that whole preacher scene. That was funny. Let's see. Excel Art says, yet Elon wants to add AIs to your brain. If you can't beat them, join them. His words, AIs he's building. Yeah, like the Neuralink and all of that, which again, I'm not a blind like supporter of Elon or anything like that. Yeah, absolutely, Kara. What's up? Absolutely. I'm not a blind supporter of Elon or anything like that, but I think the man's brilliant. He clearly is, and I overall, I support him more than I'm against him, but that doesn't mean he's perfect by any means. Fantastic Mr. Knox. Trudeau calling the government media CBC as independent. LOL. Yeah, really. K Road says it's time to level up your grift. Jack Murphy left a void in the apex level alpha giga chad manosphere. Start a 199 chapter for alphas in training. Carolyn used to be MrBeast's landlord. What? Really? You're kidding me. I used to be MrBeast's landlord? What? That is wild. That's true because, like, well, do you know, wasn't it that, didn't you say, or didn't, when you showed up in the chat or something, like, let's see. Is that I used to be Mr. That is wild. So she's not kidding at all. So that is crazy. That is wow. Shout out to Carolyn, who is the newest Ripaverse employee. Who, again, Carolyn actually, the point I was making earlier is she's a classic example of that. She worked for a company. She and if I'm telling the story, if I'm telling this version wrong, I apologize, Carol Ann. But from my recollection, you were working for a company, a gaming company. You were, I believe, running their social media or something like that, and you basically got canceled because you were following conservative voices, a few conservative voices, and the mob basically came for you, and you got fired after this limited run games is who it was, and you got fired, and it was a big thing where they made a tweet and everything like that. Is that pretty much it? Is that pretty much it? And now, yep, she says, yep, that sums it up. Yeah, and so that's the whole point that I'm trying to make is like, you got to look. I would love to have MrBeast's money. I'd love to have 150 million 150 million subs. Clearly, and I do think his videos are good. But at the end of the day, how good is it if you can lose it all because of one decision? You know what I mean? That's the problem. That's why PewDiePie was always the best king of YouTube, because Pewds had very controversial opinions. He had controversial takes. And guess what? He never lost his following. He never bent the knee. He never lost his following. He always stood up for whatever he believed in and had his takes. And he cultivated an audience of people that were not going to just freak out. MrBeast, I think Jimmy's a good guy from what I see. But I think he genuinely just cares about YouTube and his views and all of that. More power to him. We live in a time where you gotta have a hard stance on something. You know what I mean? They used to rent a warehouse. The property management company I worked at owned. His mom is nuts. Damn, that's good stuff right there. I mean, hell, look at that. So I'm friends with Jake the Viking, who was formerly on MrBeast channel. And now Carolyn, who I know, she used to be MrBeast landlord. Well, like, did you guys know Sneeko used to work for MrBeast? Did you guys know that? I did not know that until recently. So Sneeko used to work for MrBeast, which is wild. That's like the craziest thing ever. Yeah, I didn't even know that. And then, so Sneeko used to work for MrBeast, which is the wildest thing ever. That's crazy. Get Carolyn on the mic now. I don't know. I'm not gonna like it. I don't think it's 1:00 in the morning Central. I don't know what time zone she is. I would not want to put her on the spot. And if she's interested, I would love to have her on CobraCast sometime. So so you just let me know, Kara. I'd love to have you on sometime. We can talk. If you want to come on now, you're more than welcome to, but I'm not going to try to throw you a curveball on that one. But yeah, I'd love to talk to you more about some of that stuff whenever you have the time, and that'd be cool. Yeah. She says 2 a.m. for me, but I'm down for another time. Absolutely, Kara. We'll get you on. That'd be great. So in a future CobraCast, we will have Carolyn on, and we'll talk about all of the stuff that I talked about with, canceled and all that over just the most nonsensical things ever. Like, that's why, again, if you remember, like, I've had people on this team, like, I've had people on the staff that people have like told me, like, you need to get rid of them. Rest in peace to our boy Uche Waneri, who passed away not too long ago, actually, at the age of like 38. Shout out Uche. But Uche and I clearly disagreed on a lot. And in most ways, Uche was way out there on his politics. Way out there. He had some way out there takes. And obviously, he's no longer with us. There's a lot of speculation. I'm not going to get into that, considering I knew this man. But yeah, he had a lot of stuff on social media, and you can do your research on that. Uche said a lot of dumb shit. But with that said, the overall point here is that, he was allowed to say that as a part of Geeks and Gamers. He was allowed to say the most left-wing nonsense imaginable. And I was never going to fire him for that. I was never going to fire I'll never fire anybody for opinions. I don't give a shit. Now, there are people that I've had to get rid of for massive mistakes, deception, lies, manipulation, things like that. But you're not going to hear about that because I don't throw people under the bus regardless. Like, unless it has a detrimental impact to where I have to address it publicly, I'm not going to address it publicly because that's just not how I roll. I like to keep things in-house and I like to handle things in-house. And, but I'm not going to fire somebody because they have different opinions than me. And Uche said some of the dumbest shit imaginable, in my opinion. You know, there's a lot of people that may have agreed with what he said, but that's why we have what we have here. That's why I'm not worried about it. I can't be canceled. I reject you, and I reject your mob mentality of the people that want to cancel others. I just reject it. I've had people in the past that I've been like people demanding that I fire so-and-so. Never going to happen. I'll never fire someone because of a mob mentality or anything like that. I will fire people if it's necessary from a business standpoint. But yeah, that's just why we have what we have. And except for Dan Vask, I'll just hire Dan Vask I'll just hire him just to fire him. Uche was trolling. There's no way someone says that. I mean, look, man, all I can say is some of the stuff Uche was trolling for sure. Me and him have had legit fights, like in person, or not in person, like on the phone, you know, or in text messages. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? What planet do you live on where you believe this stuff? But at the end of the day, he was a good dude, man. He was a good dude. He loved Geeks and Gamers, and he put everything into it. So I miss the dude. I really do. Let's see. Blue Volt guy, I got that one. Marksman. Oh yeah, the Disparu one. Anthony says, send a super chat. Author becomes a member. Thank you. Welcome to the Snake Pit. That one guy member message. I feel like Star Wars could come back if they drop the Disney crap and go back to the original canon. It's a long way from that. Hypothetically, yes. Realistically, no. Marksman says Disparu Rings of Power doubles down, freeze at 0. All right, I think the guys have that. Marksman's really wanting us to look at this. Did you guys find it? Let me look in the private chat. All right, did you guys find this? Trying to see. So it's Disparu's Rings of Power doubles down, freeze at 0. He really wants this pulled up. So I guess we're going to do it. Raising Underdog says the circle is now complete. They are now Beauty and MrBeast right there with you. The double standards are insane. At least they locked his account. Anthony says, I just messaged you on Twitter, the clips on TikTok videos about AFL fights. Got you. I'll be your Huckleberry says they never send their best, Jeremy. They never do. They never do. Rising Underdog, Wayne's World, and Fast Time at Ridgemont High are two of my favorite comedies, both directed by women. Never gave 2 Fs. They are just good movies. That's what it's all about. Nostalgia for Days. TLJ is dog shit. That's not an opinion. It's a fact. Pixelated Kennel Teeth says, got red pilled when I went to arrange. Will you ever collaborate with Brandon Herrera Guntuber? It would be a dream. They are based in Texans. Please look him up. He loves The Drinker and Nerdrotic. I think I'm familiar with that name, but I will definitely look that up. And thank you, man. Sir Ruin of House Roundhead, have you heard about DeSantis eating chocolate pudding with 3 fingers? Could you get yourself to eat pudding with your fingers? I haven't heard about this one yet, but no, just a spoon. Just a spoon. Gay Ryan says, Jeremy, be honest. Do you think we can win the culture war? And if so, how? I'm really starting to fall into a huge depression, but you keep me going. Yes, I do think we can win the culture war. I 100% do, because I firmly believe that there are far more of normal thinking people out there than left-wing nut jobs. And I know it's a small sample size, okay? And I know it's a small sample size, but that MrBeast video that I showed you today, MrBeast has the biggest audience on the internet. biggest audience on the internet. And this announcement from Chris, and you have far more people that are against it than are for it. And I don't know, small sample size, so I get that. But then you start looking at when Trump goes and does speeches, look at the energy, look at the passion, look at the enthusiasm, look at the numbers, look at it. You can feel it. It's real. It's there. Those are good, hardworking, honest Americans that love their country and love their president. When Joe Biden goes out, do you see passion? Do you see energy? Do you see enthusiasm? No, you don't, because it's not real. So we have real people that are invested in this, real people with real minds and real work ethics, real creativity. It's out there. It's about getting people together for a cause. The difference in the left versus the right, in my humble opinion, the left is focused on their hatred of Trump. They are centrally focused on their hatred of Trump, and that's what keeps them on point. When there is a mission in mind, there has to be a central focus. Their hatred of Trump keeps them centrally focused. You have too many, in my opinion, conservatives that are against Trump that are causing problems. Trump is the man. Back him, support him, get on the Trump train, and let's drive that motherfucker all the way to the White House in 2024 and clean this shit up. That's what I'm looking at. So, swig of water for the working man. Let me see. All right, it's in the CobraCast chat. All right, Marksman's really focused on this, so we got to see. All right, is this it? This is what we're... Poor Disparu. Disparu's my boy. Why are we doing this to Disparu? All right, here we go. So this is the freeze frame Marksman wants. So, oh man, poor Disparu. Marksman sent a lot of super chats. Disparu, I had to. Marksman sent a lot of super chats to get oh man, that's my boy Disparu though. All right, Hailstorm. We have any idea who's getting a beer tonight?
Been waiting.
Let's see. Who are we thinking? I mean, Chris Tyson would be a good one. Justin Trudeau would be a good one. The CBC would be a good one. Don Jr. Don Jr. would be a good one. I think Don Jr. All right, let's do a quick poll. All right. Don Jr. Hang on. All right. Don Jr. CBC. I don't even know how to spell Trudeau's fucking goofy name. Spell that. That'll work. And then who else? So we got Don Jr., CBC, Justin Trudeau, and who? Chris Tyson?
Yep.
Chris Tyson. All right, there we go. All right, Snake Pit. Let us know. All right, you keep an eye on that, Hailstorm.
All right.
I was supposed to pull him in here a little bit earlier and ask that, but I always forget. Shout out to our Rumble audience. I appreciate you guys being here over on Rumble. We are live on Rumble. Magnum Norris says Dan Vasquez is terminated. No more bunghole for Dan Vasco. And then Spirian for $1.99. Thank you, Spirian. Appreciate you, buddy. Magnum Norris says these psychopaths are trudging uphill. The truth, we will win because we always have the truth on our sides. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. And you're right. You are right about that. Ricky M says new Geeks and Gamers channel idea, Geeks and Gainers fitness channel with Megan and Melanie Mack as Geeks and Gunners with Rolo and Ryan. I love the idea. The problem is, I have way too many, we already have too many channels. So I'm actually trying to consolidate some stuff back. because of that very reason. Because right now, like, I have way too many moving parts. Like, when you come for new members right now. So if you're new and you come into like this D-Day Cobra channel, again, my name's Jeremy, D-Day Cobra. Thank you for joining. Appreciate that. Subscribe if you're new and consider becoming a member. But you come here and you're like, okay, well, this guy runs Geeks and Gamers too. Okay, what's Geeks and Gamers? Then you see, oh, Geeks and Gamers, they have a big YouTube channel. That's cool. I'll go subscribe to that. And then you go, oh, okay, well, then they have a sports channel. Okay, they have a theme park channel. They have a clips channel. They have a live channel. They have a gaming channel. It's too much shit. We have way too many things, especially for people that come into the fold and like, who are these guys? What do they do? And we just have way too many channels. We have way too many moving parts. We have the premium membership. We have the YouTube membership. We have locals. We have this. It's crazy. It's way too much shit. So what I'm trying to do is consolidate. I'm trying to consolidate some things to keep it more centrally focused. Like I just talked about with the left, and they're centrally focused on their Trump hate, and it helps keep them on point. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to do. And Shannon says, I got gifted this membership and I'm confused. Well, we appreciate you being here. Essentially, we have a very amazing audience here, and they love to gift tons of memberships. And so we'll have people come in here, drop 20s, drop 50s, 50 gifted memberships, 20 gifted memberships, and it's random. It's randomized. So it just, if you're in the chat, or maybe you're just or maybe if you're just a subscriber, you apparently it's just randomized. And so right now we're closing in on 2,000 members here on this channel alone, and 2,000 over on Geeks and Gamers. And that is a testament to the audience, the 199s, letting everybody know how much they love what we got going on here. And because of all that support, I'm trying to consolidate a little bit so we can stay on point with you guys, because the support has been overwhelming. Oh, we got a close one right now. Don Jr. is barely in the lead over Justin Trudeau, and Chris Tyson is a distant third. So Don Jr. is barely beating Justin Trudeau 36 to 33%, 328 votes. What's going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen? Still waiting for the gifted membership. Hey, so who was it earlier? Someone asked earlier, and suddenly he got it. It was amazing. All right, right now, Don Jr. is at 35. Trudeau's at 35. This is close, ladies and gentlemen. This is close. This is one of the most intense battles for the beard of shame we have ever seen. So right now, what we are voting on is who gets the beard of shame. Every night here on CobraCast, at least Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we try to do a beard of shame. Who gets the beard of shame? The Jack Murphy beard of shame. Right now, Don Jr. at 36% is, it's tied again. Woo-hoo. This is good. This is good. I'm going to give it a little more time. This is too close to call. Okay. That's right. Just JK. Waiting for the 2 a.m. ballots to come in. Don Jr. will win in a landslide. Warren Smith becomes a new member. Thank you. Appreciate that, buddy. Welcome to the snake pit. Justin Trudeau has now taken a 2% lead on Don Jr. Now at 3%, he usually gets a good idea. Now he's literally having to sit here and wait. And now it's back to a 1%. Hailstorm, how you feeling, buddy? How you feeling right now?
I'm just gonna do them all. Screw it. Everybody wins tonight.
Yes. Hailstorm just said he's giving everybody the beard of shame tonight in the poll. Look at that. That is customer service right there. All right. That is customer service. All right. We're going to end the poll with Justin Trudeau barely winning, but you know who really wins? The audience wins. The audience wins. Lost Tales, did you send that to me on Twitter? I think I got the notification. Send it to me on Twitter and I'll pull it up. Oh man, you got to respect Hailstorm. He's like, screw it. Everybody's getting the beard. Everybody's getting the beard. That's what CobraCast does. We care about the peeps here. Unlike Tim Pool, we're not shutting our chat down for members. No. We're going over and beyond. And I know we normally go 2 hours. You know what? Screw it. We're going longer than 2 hours tonight. We're going longer. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? Let's do this. Let's go. Jed, you still hanging in there, man?
I'm here.
Good man. Good man. We got Eric here. We got Hailstorm here. The whole crew's here. Okay. They're all backstage helping out. So there you go.
What up, everyone?
Appreciate you guys. All right. We'll do it live. All right. Let's see. Tim is bald, says someone. I mean, he is. Let's see. Oh God, Jeremy, I need to go to bed. Sorry, man. What do I think of the new Modern Warfare 2? I mean, I haven't played it in about a month and a half, but I liked the multiplayer. Enjoyed it a lot and planning on playing it on a member stream here at some point in time for either here or Geeks and Gamers. So, Celluloid Dream says, swig of water for the figs. That's right, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ocean Breathes Salty gifted a D-Day Cobra membership. Thank you. Nostalgia for Days. Did you secure one of the HasLab his tanks? I did not. And I meant to. And sadly, I did not. And that thing sold out. I mean, it when I say sold out, I mean it went way over and beyond. It did what Riva couldn't do. All right. Is this gonna play? Trying to see here. It's not playing for me. It's just oh, here we go. Okay. All right. I don't know what we're about to watch here. Just Jenny says, let's see. Good. And I got, let's see. Just Jenny for 10 says good and got probably busy. I'm sorry, but I'm super late. Love you, Jeremy. Love you right back. Yeah, this is thank you for that. I appreciate the super chat. I'm going to play this clip that Lost Tales sent me. I don't know what's going on with this video, though. Here we go. 34 minutes. Oh, you have to go 34 minutes in? Okay.
But
yeah,
I
that's
still,
around here is replace everybody.
Yeah.
And I know these people coming, but don't say don't have kids and these people have kids. That's me.
But that also it's somewhat paradoxical when the news puts out two messages where they're like, there's too many people, but not enough, and they're doing it at the same time. I don't think that's tenable for even the left. But I think it won't even work on the left.
Yeah, but Tim, you even said though when it comes to
about Tarzan, yeah.
I have
Oh my God!
This is a podcast.
I think it only takes 40. You're talking about censorship, or you're talking about censorship versus free speech.
That's gonna be a t-shirt. Simple. This is a podcast.
But all it has to do is be 49% censorship and 51% free speech, and free speech will win, or vice versa. You said that earlier, Tim. You said this morning that right now how they use censorship is at 49% they censor and 51% they don't. So that over time, just that little difference in percentage, they will win. So that's what I'm saying. It only takes time. And you guys were talking about the boiling in the frog boiling in the pot of water. They do it slowly, and that's the problem with it.
Alex still sees a mic. Oh, okay. You don't have a mic on?
I took my mic off.
Are these working?
Yes.
Yeah, communism.
Wait, are you talking to the audience? What is going on? I did not sign up for this.
That's actually my twin brother. He has Boston hair.
I
remember that guy from that viral video. That was really good, man.
Yeah.
So you fixed the audio and it still sounds that bad? It sounds so bad. The audio sounds so bad. And Lost Tales actually cleaned some of this audio up, apparently. Holy crap. That is awful. That is really bad audio. It's really bad.
I'm trying to...
This one's on.
It's
Autobots transform and roll out. Don't act so surprised, Your Highness. You want Army Mercy mission this time. I want to know what happened to the plans they sent you. You are part of Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away.
keep going, I guess.
You know, he must have been like this in grade school too, right?
You may now rise, Lord Poole. Ja? Poole.
Alex,
The leftists are relentless. You must destroy them. Dark Poole.
I will at least report
Alex, what do you think would be a peaceful way for the people to take care of this like corporate parasite?
Start laughing at the corporations
Yes,
bullying
yes,
us into
yes.
submission when they're not out for our own good, and say, we're libertarians, we're the real liberals, you're fascist, and fuck you! Fuck you, New Orleans! Yes! Fire all of your guns at once and explode into space!
I gotta ask Alex, is Michelle Obama a boy or girl, Alex?
No.
Is Michelle Obama a boy or girl?
You know.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I dated Big Mike. No, it's true.
I thought we would like have a conversation about policy and stuff, but boy was I.
Well, we're here in Central Austin getting drunk, motherfucker. Fine. No, Tim Pool is very smart. I said today, best podcast ever done on actual issues. 2 hours long, incredible. Culture War.
Culture War podcast this morning.
You have done well, Lord Theta.
We talked about aliens, and you know what was really sad is that we had this conversation this morning with Alex and Luke and Shane Cashman, and they all brought up the magnetic fields that connect all of us. And I could feel Ian's heart get crushed that he wasn't there. Finally, when they're talking about it, he's just not in the room.
By the way, Ian and I are getting married in Las Vegas next week.
We're creating our own magnetic field.
Wait, you're cheating on me?
Blair White is officiating.
You're cheating on
Every human has their own magnetic field, and then the Earth has its magnetic field. The sun has one, and then the galaxy.
Dude, Alex Jones is easily one of the single most entertaining people to have ever lived. He is so fucking smart. He's so entertaining, and he's like a magnet for attention. Like, the dude is just awesome. And like, if he would have never been banned from YouTube, he would be one of the biggest creators on this platform. He's that damn good. He's a national. Yes. Luke, we were thinking the same thing. Luke just sent a super chat. He's a national treasure. He is a national treasure. Get him on stream.
He has one.
It's not a debate. We are all attuned to that. That's what we're.
I guess I need to, like, it seems like Alex has really kind of moved on from the Sandy Hook stuff and stuff. Low, like, I guess I could probably reach out now. Again, I don't know him like that. I mean, I know him, but I don't know him like that. But I mean, I have his phone number. I could reach out. So maybe when I get back from Vegas, maybe I'll try to get him on. Maybe try to get him on CobraCast. That's gonna be wild. That's gonna be wild.
Really on.
Graphene.
Megatron, prepare to die.
So what do you guys meditate? Like, raise your hands. Who meditates in here?
Oh, look at that.
I think that may be a step in the future.
Raise your hand. My wife's over there. She meditates.
And it helps you listen. It makes it easy to listen because you pay attention to everything that's going on around you. And when we start meditating in mass, like 60-70% of us at once, man, we can change the consciousness.
Or we can become gay.
I need to.
Alex Stein sure talks about being gay a lot.
Oh, I just got busted by AJ. I'm out of the
But
closet.
he does have a big old juicy booty. That Bud Light on there.
Very. Michael Mouse, can you say something smart to save the conversation?
Save it, Michael. Save it. Say something smart.
I was going to my happy place. I will say something actually that's useful based on what you were saying. I wanted to give a shout out to a wonderful organization here in Texas called the Church Asylum Ethoxin.
Yeah.
And what they do is they work with vets.
All right, we're gonna try to. I don't know how much longer it's gonna go. I'll have to check it out. But yeah, Tim is very, 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 very angry at that situation. It's so funny. It's so funny. Vic Whiplash, 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. Almost at 50 for the night. Almost at 50. That's what's up. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mary Nicholson, saw a while back some outlets making a big deal about Nike refusing to work with two-time F1 champion Max Verstappen. I'm thinking he dodged a bullet. Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like it. Let's see. Thank you, Mary. Good to see you. Lbox 81 part 1. Hey, Jeremy, I was listening to the beginning of the cast and I was listening to the Elon Musk clip about AI. And I remembered an article from back in the day that said, I think it was Zuckerberg linked 2 AI together and they started talking to each other in their own language. That does not surprise me. In fact, I mean, I'm not even sure Zuckerberg is human at this point in time. I think he's a lizard person. We've seen a lot of the accusations, but the dude is really strange. Zuckerberg is a weird guy. He really is. And I may have to look that one up. So to link 2 AI together and started talking to each other in their own language. That's terrifying. I'm going to have to look that up. I may have to cover that one on a future CobraCast. Jens Anderson says, hail CobraCast. It seems that Crowder has changed. Yesterday, he talked about how important the culture war was and how the right has abandoned it. Really? Interesting. All right. I'll have to look into that. Luke H. I got that one. Just Jenny. Sorry, meant God dang it. LOL. I have drank too much to chat. No problem, Just Jenny. Well, thank you. We appreciate that. Let me see. Commander Ed says, if Rumble was smart, they would sign Alex to a deal. I'm sure they've probably tried. But I think Alex has got his own thing now. Like he's done a great job of building his own infrastructure. But yeah, I mean, you would think that would be something they would have a conversation about. I don't know why they haven't. Polite Rude Guy says Trump won 2020. Gonna win 2024 too. It's going to be awesome. Figtasius, Dave Savage, Bud Weiser. What's up, man? Thank you. And then Polite Rude Guy says that MrBeast needs to fire Chris. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think MrBeast is going to fire Chris at all. I think that this is going to continue to be a tough situation for him. And again, I think that ultimately he's going to side on he's gonna side with Chris and he's gonna side with the mob. It's 100% what he's gonna do. Jeremy Osteen needs to cast out Zuckerberg's demons. Let me see. All right, so I don't know how long Hailstorm's gonna be because Hailstorm's working on 4 different beards of shame tonight, apparently. Lost Tales also. Oh, you're talking to John in the chat. So let me take some questions from the chat, whether it's super chats or not. It doesn't matter. Unlike Tim Pool, you don't have to give us money for us to acknowledge your existence. So what do you got for me, chat? Any random ass questions? Rapid fire stuff? Let's do it. Let's do it. Full beard. Last time I tried, I've tried this a few times and I always get to a point where it just doesn't, I don't know if it's going to, Beardo, who's an expert on this. So if you look at last time when I tried to grow out my facial hair, on camera, it just looked like I was a fucking Amish person. In reality, it like in person, people could tell you, when we had the meetup, it was actually filling out pretty good, but I eventually got rid of it. We'll see what happens. Let me see. Let me see. You think Beast will pay Chris off to quit? No, I don't think he's got the balls for that. I don't. Polite Rude Guy says that. I feel like you're just trying to send things to make me read out loud now, but hey, hopefully that went well for you. I thought that from the first time you said the Trump 2020, and then you said MrBeast needs to fire Chris. It's like you're super chatting me to have me read stuff out that you can clip out, which is fine. I mean, you can send me money and I'll read it. I'm just letting you know that's what it sounds like. And I'm 100% okay with that. Let me see. Where can I find the interview? What interview? Can I share the Beard of Shame template in Discord? That'll be a hailstorm thing if he does that. I'm trying to see. Jeremy, can you give me my fix and play some Titanfall 2, please? Is it playable? Is it playable? Well, that's the whole thing. Is we were thinking about doing the North Star, the fan, the one that's maybe like the fan version. So we have to do private. We'll have to do private servers. That's the only way we can do it. That's why. So essentially, yeah, that's all this guy's doing. Like this guy's just literally just typing shit for me to say out loud. So he'd probably clip me saying a bunch of shit. Yes, I want another Titanfall game so bad. I want to. It's my favorite game ever. It's my favorite online multiplayer first-person shooter ever. It's the best. And again, I fully encourage to continue to send me super chats, please, please. I'm okay with that. We'll never get it, sadly. No, we're not. We're not going to get it. Why am I gay? Why are you gay? Super Metroid or Titanfall 2? If we're just talking campaign versus campaign, it's Super Metroid. It's Super Metroid. Super Metroid's amazing. So I got to go with Super Metroid. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough call. But the campaign is fairly short on Titanfall 2. And it's amazing. It's an amazing campaign. Let's see. Top 3. Somebody just... Let's see. Top 3 most... Oh, let's see. Top 3 dream people to join Geeks and Gamers. I don't know. I never really thought about that. I don't really know if I want like to join like the team. I don't know if I have like I don't know if I have that in mind. Trump, Elon, and MrBeast. All right, let's see. Polite Rude Guy. I'm not trying to clip you doing anything. Been following you for 3 years. I'm not clipping you. Also, I send Timcast super chats and he never reads them because they are too based. Like I am not bad. I got you. All right. Well, it did. You can understand why I thought that. And again, there wasn't anything wrong with that. I just wanted to point out that it's what it sounded like to me. Tim doesn't read any super chats that either are tough questions for him to answer or for that can get him in any trouble, because that's what Tim does. Tim is a pretend internet tough guy. Yes, Titanfall 2 campaign is phenomenal. I prefer, though, honestly, I like Dread, bro. I like Dread more than Super Metroid. I like Dread more than Super Metroid. So stop sending Timcast super chats. I will never tell you you can't. But I will tell you that I will gladly accept them here. And they'll get read here. What is my take on Big Mike's real gender? I'll be honest, like when I first heard about it, I just thought it was kind of like, conservatives trolling. The more I've looked into it and the lack of pictures of Big Mike being pregnant and all of that, I kind of think that there's some legitimacy to it. Just saying. I'm just saying. That's right. Just send them here. That's right. I'm okay with that. But again, I'll never ask you to in all reality, like my trolling of Tim Pool is just that. I have nothing I have issues with the guy. That's why even before I started CobraCast IRL, I people ask me oh, you should go on Tim Pool. I'm like, I don't fucking want to go on Tim Pool. I don't like Tim Pool. I don't want to talk to Tim Pool. I am not interested in connecting with him at all. And then, of course, the CobraCast thing happened. But with that said, you make your money, bro. Do your thing. I'm never going to tell people not to send you super chats, even though you won't read them. Did I miss something? Let's see. Why are 1,200 people still watching? Why are 1,200 people still watching this? Smash the melee button if you don't mind. That's a simple request from a simple man. We still have 1,200 people watching this. That is amazing. Let's see. Polite Rude Guy says we need to ban the alphabet propaganda in the USA. There you go. I'm okay with it. You can send these super chats. I'm okay with that. Like one time, someone almost got me on the my friend's birthday. Hey, Jeremy, it's my friend's birthday. Can you please wish my friend Nick and then GERR? Can you wish him a happy birthday? And I walked right into that. Like this was years ago when I first started getting super chats. I walked right into it. And I said it 3 times. I cannot believe that no one clipped me saying it. I cannot believe it. I said it 3 times. And then I finally was like, oh no. Oh no. I can't believe I said that. Let me see. Bob R says, have you seen the clip of Obama trip and call it Mike? No, I haven't seen that. Ruin Leon would make a great guest for FNT. Hail! Ruin Leon's great. I like Ruin Leon. Good peeps. Good peeps. Remember, don't give money to people that hate you. I don't hate any of you. Will there ever be a Chrono Cross emote? Maybe. Because we are Legion. Because we are Snake Pit. Even though you said Snail Pit, you meant Snake Pit. Let me see. Over 1,200 people waiting for the beard. Jay Hailstorm's at work, man. He's the one that said it. He's like, oh, I'll just... He slipped a couple times to say Michael. Oh my God, that's so funny. As you saw, I don't know if you guys saw it. Let me show you again. So this was the picture. Hang on. This is the picture when I was going live and I posted to Twitter. This was the picture I put. Right. Oh man, it's so funny. Carolyn says Tim Pool's people reached out to me and then ghosted as soon as they realized I wasn't problematic. Really? Now that's freaking crazy. Well, my whole thing is I guess my whole thing is I don't want to be a guest on a show with a person who has no idea who I am. I've done that a couple times. We did the thing with the Daily Wire. And by the way, the Daily Wire guys were great. I know I've criticized them a lot, and I stand by my criticisms. The Daily Wire people have been really good to us. And so my problem isn't necessarily the company as much as it's the top level individuals there. And I had every motivating reason to not criticize them. We've had good relationship with them. They've brought us out to things. We've done things with them. They've treated us really nicely. Have no problem with that. And there's some good people that work there too, but I don't like the top personalities there, and I'll continue to criticize those guys. They don't know me, I don't know them, I don't give a fuck about them. But they have been good to us. But I just don't like going somewhere where no one knows who I am, or like you know, Tim Pool has no idea who the fuck comes on his show. He has no idea who they are. He just has a booker that he hires to get whoever you can get that's going to bring you any type of attention in any capacity whatsoever. That's all it is. And it's like, it's just a cog on the wheel. It just feels it feels super gay is what it does. It's really kind of, it's very like mainstream level bullshit, you know, like he doesn't know. So, and that's the whole thing that drives me crazy about it. All right, Magnum North says, how many gay squirrels live inside Jack Murphy's beard? Let's see. Polite Rude Guy, to be honest, I was at January 6th protest. We need integrity. I hear you on that, man. Justin Proper says, Brie Larson, Ryan Johnson, and Al Roker to join Geeks and Gamers. Honestly, I'd love to have Brie Larson on Geeks and Gamers. I'd love to have Brie Larson join the team at Geeks and Gamers. That would be amazing. Do you know how much I could monetize the meltdown that would happen if Brie Larson joined Geeks and Gamers? That would be the greatest thing ever. That would be the greatest thing of all time. I would definitely support that. That would be fantastic. All right, how we looking, Hailstorm? He said he needed 10 or 15 minutes a few minutes ago, so we'll see. What the hell? You guys just clipping. This is in our Discord right now. I just saw this. So happy Jeremy. Happy Jeremy. There you go. That's pretty funny. There's oh no. All right, that's really good. That's really good. All right, where's this Alex Jones deal? Oh, Beardo messaged me earlier. And said that Kai, I'll look at here in just a minute. Kai from Twitch, they banned the biggest guy on Twitch. I wanted to look at that really quick. So let's see. Is that right though? Kai what's his name? Kai something. Yeah, Kai got banned from Twitch apparently. All right, let's see here. I'm looking right now to see. So he tweeted out banned. What? There's no way that's the reason. Is that really the reason? So Kai has been banned on Twitch for hinting that he was to join another app called Kick. He was the most subscribed Twitch streamer of all time. He is the most subscribed Twitch streamer of all time. He really is. And they did ban him. He has been banned. Holy shit. Why? What is wrong with Twitch, man? What is wrong with Twitch? He has over 250,000 paid subscribers. Paid subscribers. I'm looking into it now, trying to see. And so Kick is a new competitor to Twitch. Is it permanently banned? So we don't know if it's a permanent ban or not. So this is drama alert. So this Keemstar's drama alert. Kai has been banned from Twitch. This is crazy. Twitch is such a terrible fucking platform. You know what? with all the support you guys have been giving us here on YouTube, and especially CobraCast and D-Day Cobra, I may just shut down our Twitch channel. Twitch is trash, dude. If you're gonna, again, I'm not saying I'm a big fan of Kai. I don't know much about the guy. He's the #1 streamer of all time on your platform. After what they did to Dr. Disrespect, after how they destroy what they did to Dr. Disrespect was next level. And now, like, what they've done with this, and I hear you guys. Like, you guys clearly don't want to support on Twitch because you hate the platform. I totally understand it. I totally get it. And I'll put, again, this is part of the consolidation, try to stay consolidated. So instead of like me doing a stream here on CobraCast with 1,200 fucking people watching or whatever, and then I go, okay, guys, I'm going to go play on Twitch or whatever. No, how about I just stay here and stream? On this channel. Even sometimes it may be members only and stuff like that, but like, even I won't always do members only streams, but you got to get back to the members. I'm never going to do a members only chat like Tim Pool does on CobraCast. I'm not going to do that. But I would love to do some just regular streams for the chat, for just regular peeps. And then obviously we can do the member stuff too, to make sure we're taking care of the members. But fuck Twitch, man. If they really ban this dude, again, I don't know. I've never watched a Kai stream. I know nothing about the guy, and he's the most subscribed guy of all time. But like, this is insane. This is insane. Unbelievable. What is wrong with them? But they did it to Dr. Disrespect. They've lost creator after creator after creator, and they don't care. And again, at the end of the day, while I might not care about Kai because I don't know much about him, I care about creators. I care about creators being treated right. And this dude has made, he has made you so much fucking money as an independent creator. And for you to sit there and ban him, if the reports are true, because he said he might move to Kick, holy crap, that is insane. That is insanity. Now, again, I don't know that to be true, but that's just what we're hearing. Polite Rude Guy says, going to bed. God bless. Jesus loves you. Hey, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Magnum Norris says, Twitch is owned by Amazon. Are you surprised? Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, actually. And I know they are. But I stand for creators. That's why I don't want other, like, we are all individual people with our individual opinions, and we have our platforms and all of that. Whatever you've done to earn your following, earn it. If you have people that support you and want to listen to you, no matter what you say, I think the market determines the market. That's fine. If, like, there's so many channels that are somewhat lower level, but like they focus on hating on me. And I always say, like, if you can build a channel off of hating me, go for it. Like, that's great. I fantastic. Do whatever you can do to make that money and build that following. And if there's enough people out there to hate me and that you can monetize it, fucking go for it. That's how the world operates. So whatever you can use to build your audience, as long as you're not doing anything illegal, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. And I stand up for creators. Now, there's a lot of these fucking beta male pathetic pork wallets that would love to see me banned because they are intimidated, I guess, by competition, or maybe they're just jealous. I don't know, but I don't roll like that. That's not how I roll. That's not how I've ever rolled. And I'm not intimidated by other creators having a platform or a following. Never have, never will. Let's see here. All right. Hailstorm is exporting now, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like you're going to get 4 beards of shame tonight. If I'm understanding that correctly, Hailstorm, is that correct? 4 beards of shame. Demi Moore's tapeworm. Hello from below. Just popping my head out. Hope you're all doing good. Keep up the good work, Jeremy. This tapeworm is on the Trump train, Trump 2024. Demi Moore's tapeworm. I was born a tapeworm, but I identify as a pervert. Okay. Thank you. Oh my God. I love you guys. I love the memes. I love the jokes. It's just the best. It's the best chat on the internet. hands down. All right, so we're closing in on Beard of Shame time. We are at 46 members. Almost hit that magic 50 tonight. Let's see. Nagradnall says, you only need 75 subs on Kick and you'll make twice as much money. No brainer. I'll sub from Twitch right now, or I'll unsub from Twitch right now if you tell me you're making a Kick. Well, interestingly enough, I have a Kick. I've streamed on it one time. Let me see here. I've streamed on it one time. Did I miss something in the chat? Let's see. Why are y'all saying 50? Did I miss something? I don't know. I don't see what you guys are saying 50 for. But yeah, I have, let's see. Is this Kick? Yes, I have a Kick account. So I don't even know how many followers I have. Right here. So there we go. So I have 132 followers over on Kick. I've streamed one time. So there you go. The beam pad says, what is a pork wallet? Oh my God. No, my eyes. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't look it up. But like right here, Aiden Ross has 60,000 people watching him right now. So, but again, me being on Kick is kind of defeating the purpose of like what I'm trying to do here. Like I'm trying to consolidate all of the stuff. So I'm just talking about streaming directly just here on YouTube when I'm streaming games and not doing it on another platform, trying to keep things consolidated, you know? So that's the whole point behind what I'm trying to do, is trying to shift some stuff around so that I'm not confusing you guys. Because ultimately I just want to make sure it's, I want to give you guys as much opportunity as you can to watch what we're doing. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. All right. Is this one video, Hailstorm? Is that correct? Is it one? Okay, it's one video. I know where you're going with this one.
Yes.
All right, here we go. All right. All right. So make sure. So we've got all the super chats are caught up. Oh, you guys were saying 50 because of the I said we needed 50 members. We're at 46, but that's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter. All right, let's do this tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, CobraCast IRL is proud to present to you tonight's Beard of Shame, a 4-parter. And Jay Hailstorm deserves some respect. I know where he's going with this one too. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Everybody in the audience, now listen to me carefully, is being given a special package, and I don't want you to open it. All right, open your boxes.
Yeah, fuck you. Heartfelt.
Anheuser-Busch supports Republicans. Last cycle, their employees and their PAC gave about 60% to Republicans and 40%.
I will never apologize for standing up for an LGBTQ2 plus.
One more time.
Everybody in the audience, now listen to me carefully, is being given a special package, and I don't want you to open it. All right, open your boxes.
Yeah, fuck you. Heartfelt.
Anheuser-Busch supports Republicans. Last cycle, their employees and their PAC gave about 60% to Republicans and 40%.
I will never apologize for standing up for an LGBTQ2 plus.
You gotta love it. Great job, Hailstorm. Great job. Good work, my friend. All right, we got the crew here. Appreciate you guys as always. Sorry we went a little bit longer than normal, but hey, 3-hour CobraCast. You know, it's all good. Jed, I know you need sleep. So. Hailstorm never sleeps. Hailstorm never sleeps, and Eric K. There's always a stream to mod for Eric. So
I never sleep anyways. So
I heard that. Well, guys, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to our Rumble audience as well. And thank you to everybody for supporting us once again tonight. We appreciate it. We got Tuesday night's main event tomorrow on the Geeks and Gamers channel. We have Geeks and Gamers Daily as well. So it will be a busy day for us, and I'm looking forward to it. So the 199s, the Snake Pit, all of you amazing people here. We do appreciate it. And I don't know why you guys keep supporting us the way you do, but we do appreciate it. You guys got anything you want to plug really quick?
Follow me on Kick.
Yeah, follow Jay Hailstorm on Kick. Shout out to the man, the Beard of Shame master himself. Jed?
Well, you can follow me on YouTube and Kick at Hollywood Scholar as well. And we're only about 50 subscribers away from 9,000 on Geeks and Gamers Live. So if everyone can get over there, we can get over that threshold.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Good stuff. Eric, what you got?
I do mod for this little channel called Nerdrotic, and he could really use your support and subscription. He's struggling.
Yeah,
so
yeah, he's a channel that really needs a boost. So if you guys can, you know, it's not that he needs a boost as much as like if we can actually get him to 1 million subscribers one day, like he can actually see that number. You can't see anything else. So, all right, guys, thank you. Appreciate you, crew. And thank you to the Snake Pit. As always, the 199s. You guys have a good night. Sleep tight. We'll see you tomorrow for Geeks and Gamers Daily and then Tuesday night's main event. Trump 2024 to save America.